So, good evening. We are back again. Still all smiles after yesterday. A resounding victory against the local rival, the local next door neighbour, the noisy neighbours. Thomas the Frank Engine's train derailed, as Matty said yesterday. It ran out of steam, and we were absolutely class. Eze hat-trick. Brilliant performances all round, pretty much. But big up to everyone who's locked in. Obviously, this is a football discussion show for entertainment and opinion only. Everything here is about sports. We do not involve politics, personal targeting, or hate. So we're going to talk about the footy. Man United play later. I'm doing a watch along for that. So make sure you sub to Lee Reacts. Big up to Static. All the lads' links are pinned. Jez's Arsenal, DJB, the Arsenal Huddle, Matty's Southern Guna, and Kenny's Instagram, KennyKen1972. Jezza, happy Monday, man. How you feeling?
Brilliant. Great result yesterday. I called it might be a 0-0, and I'll stand by that. The reason I did stand by that, I thought Arteta would set it up to be positive, negative, and prove me wrong. Well done, Arteta. Fantastic. Great result. Eze, that's how you let him play. Just let him play with freedom. He'll probably be in trouble today with Arteta because he actually probably went against the game plan. But hey, who gives a shit? We took away our rivals, tribal rivals, Kenny, DJ, and we put them to bed. And fantastic result. I actually thought, I did say 0-0. My heart said 5-0. So I was nearly there. I'll take it. But yeah, you know, Uncle Jez being abused today because you're not a real Arsenal fan because you said it'd be 0-0 and we won 4-1. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's only a prediction. Right? So get on with it. Get out of bed and get into the real world because that's how football goes. We always get it wrong at some point, and I got it wrong, and I'll admit it. Fair play. But am I happy? Of course I'm happy. We beat the Spuds. And you know what it means. If you're a true Arsenal fan, Gal, who supported Spurs against Man City, and I was in his chat last night calling him out. And do you know what he did? He rage quit. he read out my comment and he said, I don't know what you mean, Jez. I don't know what you mean. I was like, well, it's quite obvious, mate. You supported Tottenham Hotspur against Man City so that we could win the league. And you don't know what it means. I don't understand what you're saying. That's the exact words he used in the chat. There you go. And there you go. That sums it up. People like him because they ain't got a Scooby-Doo what it means to be an Arsenal fan, to beat Tottenham Hotspurs and move on. So well done, Egal. You made yourself look a complete prick.
Especially like some guys. Well, I got it wrong as well because I predicted 3-1, so I must be a fake fan as well. But,
we're all fake fans, aren't we? None of us here are real fans.
I mean, yeah, we're all devastated with a win. I mean, look how upset DJB is. How are you, mate? I bet you're feeling
yeah, over the moon. Over the moon. Happy Monday. I predicted a scruffy 2-1. I didn't think it'd be a pretty 2-1. I predicted Arsenal would win it, but I thought it'd be a little bit closer than that. Flawless performance, really, all round. There was a couple of little things that that obviously, that being a football fan and watching football, that you have to point out, which I'll come to later on. But overall, yeah, from front to back, it was really, really convincing performance. I was disappointed with Spurs, really. When you think they're going to a North London derby with an away record like they had, I thought they would have put up more of a fight. But that was a clear example of not the players' fault. The way the manager set up and his mindset is a clear example how if a manager gets it wrong, it can go badly wrong. And this is what's happened to us in the past. And luckily he's starting to learn a few mistakes. And hopefully we've turned the corner and it'll be our year. But yeah, so I was disappointed with Spurs. Brilliant performances. I thought Trossard again on the left was really, really good again. And it just went through the team, and it lovely and refreshing, which I've been calling for absolute ages. Just go and let your number 10 play. Whether that, when Odegaard was playing in there before we signed Eze, I was just saying, just give him the freedom. Just let him play. Let him pop up on the left. Let him go deep. Let him go out on the right. Let him play in the centre. Because if your number 10's flying all around the pitch, he's so hard to pick up. Really hard to pick up. And Eze was getting into those little pockets and those little sort of and they couldn't deal with it. They couldn't deal with it. So it was really refreshing to see, Eze play with a lot of freedom and just do what we've all been wanting him to do. Because I said before the game, when I was speaking to Aaron and Dan and all that before the game, I said, Eze needs to step up here. And what no better game now to step up. North London derby, you got Odegaard coming back from fitness, going to be challenging him for his place. This is the opportunity now for Eze to step up, and he delivered and delivered absolutely brilliantly. But he weren't the only performance. Again, I thought Declan Rice was just absolutely run the show in midfield. He was everywhere. He's running off the ball. He just absolutely runs the show. The only problem I had, Lee, and I don't know if any of the chat agrees with me, and this ain't a negative, this is sheerly from a football point of view, I still can't understand why Rice and certain players were left on the field of play for that till the end of the game. I can't believe that they wasn't bought off earlier. The game was won. Spurs never looked like getting back in the game. And I can't believe that Rice played the 90-odd minutes and Timber was still out there. I just can't believe that, when you've got Chelsea around the corner and you've got Bayern Munich as well, I can't believe he wasn't bought off. And I can't believe Wanyeri never got more minutes, to be honest, because, it was a little bit disappointing that he never got more minutes, to be honest, and give him a little bit of confidence, because we're going to need all these players going forward. We're going to need all these players over the Christmas period and going into the new year. Fixtures are coming really, really fast. So that was my only criticism, really. I still feel you've got to show some sort of protection over Declan Rice and certain players, because tackles were being flown in there by Spurs. They were getting frustrated, and he could have easily picked up an injury. And then we'd have had another player injured, key player, and going forward, that's the only kind of thing I would say on it. Other than that, absolutely brilliant, over the moon. Well done, Arsenal. Well done, the manager. Well done, the coaching team. Brilliant.
Yeah, well said, mate. Matty, how are you, mate?
Great, man. Great, man. We watched the game together yesterday. And we had a great time yesterday, just a joyous time yesterday. It was festive, As JB said, kudos to the manager. The gentleman played yesterday. He let the guys play. I think Frank set up for a draw, got there, and it just overwhelmed him. I don't think he understood what he was walking into yesterday, or the magnitude, as they said, of the situation. And I think it just got the best of him. Kudos to to whoever designed that tifo yesterday. That was a much better tifo than we had against PSG. That shower curtain, that looked like something that somebody actually put some thought and heart into yesterday. It felt good to actually see that. I've seen it floating around social media this morning. And Eze, man, oh man,
yeah,
Eze yesterday. That performance from Eze was. Me and you was talking after the game, Lee. We hadn't seen anything like that since probably 2015 from a midfielder at the club. It's been such a long time, man, since we've seen somebody dominate like he did yesterday. I went back and watched those goals, man. I was just like, Trossard's goal was crazy yesterday. The players were shooting at will yesterday. The pass from Rice to set up the goal. Was
Marino.
Excuse me, Marino. And I just think that if the guys play like that on a weekly basis or play anything like that, consistently, I think that the sky's the limit. But There are a few. There was one major takeaway from that game
I was
yesterday.
going to go bathroom.
Yep. Yep. That Zuba has got to tighten up. Zuba has to start becoming aware of his surroundings. That goal yesterday that we gave up was crazy. Now, I'm thrilled that it was 3-1 at the time. I think it was 3-1, 3-0 at the time. So therefore it didn't kill us too bad. But you all saw where Spurs kind of got that a little energy there off of that and wanted to try to build off of it. But we can't be having too many of those situations in critical games like we got on Wednesday. You know, he's not going to have the luxury to just kind of diddly dally or do as Kenny say, the dibbly dobbly across the back area. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, it felt great to watch us emphatically win a game. It felt great to watch us win a game off the back of Liverpool and City losing. That shows a sign of growth. And I just pray that we can be consistent and keep this up. It feels good to be operating from an area of control as opposed to having to do the chasing. So consistency is key. We've said this before, time and time again. And I think if we can be consistent, who knows what we can do. I think this week is a very, very strong a week to be able to judge the outlook of this team. We've got two major massive clashes. Regardless of what anybody tells you, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to understand how big this game is on Wednesday and Friday for the psyche of not only our fans, but for these players. As a coach, these were the games that I could use as a point of reference for my players to say, hey, this is what we can do on a consistent basis. We know we can beat Spurs. There's nothing there with them. But this Bayern Munich and this Chelsea, we pick up 2 wins here. I think everybody's attitude to start kind of starting to feel pretty good.
I make you right. About first from your last point you made about Bayern Munich. Yeah, that's a massive, massive game. We're going to get to that. You know, both Bayern Munich are, unlike a lot of teams, are going to come to win. They the manager just won't have anything else. If they concede, he won't bother them. They think if we score 2, they'll score 4. That's their attitude. Chelsea's a different kettle of fish because they'll have the belief. We've seen what they've done to big teams, Liverpool. You know, at time was leading the table. So yeah, that's where the art goes. But the North London derby, first and foremost, you know, I'm glad. You know, I still think it's the biggest game in our calendar. It's the game I look forward to the most. And we're ruthless. I understand where you're coming from, DJB, when you say, you know, could have just rested players. But I think the whole attitude of the crowd, and I think everyone concerned with the club, is that we were determined to just not just beat Spurs, but humiliate them. Humiliate. So it wasn't. We weren't finished when we scored the 4th goal. We were in number 5, number 6. I think Arsenal as a club haven't forgotten or got over that 5-1 loss in the League Cup semi-final, second leg at White Hart Lane. Yes, we beat them 5-2, but we actually wanted to replicate the result because I don't know about the players, but it still haunts me here. Especially when that was a season where we probably played our best football in the Emirates and they just absolutely smashed us. So anytime Spurs are on the floor, I want mercy. I want our best players out there getting number 5, 6, 7. That's what I wanted. But I have to admit, I'll take my hat off to obviously you've got to look at the players. Hincapié was fantastic. Eze, rightly so, gets the man of the match. You know why? I saw Crystal Palace and QPR Eze. That's the player that I liked. That's the player that I fell for in terms of a footballing sense. I thought, yeah, the way he gets the ball out his feet, looks up, season open, bang, 25-yarder, bang, left foot goals. That's a player we signed. You know, that's the player that was scoring goals last season for Crystal Palace and the goals at QPR. And I thought, hallelujah. Don't get me wrong. Spurs gave me the opportunity. He didn't mark well, but that's tough luck. That's football. It's ruthless. That's what I about ourselves. Zubimendi, I thought he had a good game until he decided to have a Benny Hill and Lauren Hardy moment. But I think he did well in midfield. Declan Rice was treated like the derby. Remember, he's played for West Ham, so he hates Tottenham anyway. So and he's a Chelsea fan, so he's got 3 things. He played for Arsenal, hates Tottenham, natural. Played for West Ham, hates Tottenham. He's a Chelsea fan, and they hate Spurs. So there were 3 reasons to put random in the diet. But you know, Trossard, special mention. I've been slagging him or calling him a dibbly-dobbly. And he is a dibbly-dobbly. But this season, since he's back in the side, he's been flawless, absolutely flawless. Best performance I've seen for a long time, and he's undroppable at the moment, and that's what you want players. But little segue. Don't know if you guys noticed, but we know. But I don't know you. But I noticed a bit of shift in terms of hierarchy, in terms of players' faults and the managers. Anyone notice when Trossard came off, it wasn't Martinelli who came on; it was Madueke.
Yes.
No, I didn't even think about Kenny. I didn't even think really. You know what? I was so caught up in the game, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, you're right.
I noticed that, and I was thinking, and he stayed on the left. So, even when, who knew? Who knew that when Madueke first came to the football club? But that would be something that Mikel Arteta would be exploring. Madueke on the left, and that's harsh on Martinelli. But as I said before, Martinelli is way down a pecking order in terms of like Trossard's, utility and his improvement, fast improvement, and obviously Madueke, in terms of the options he'll give us. It's going to be a very, very interesting team selection for the next 2 games. One thing I will say though, and Spurs fans, if you're watching, I feel your pain. Not because I like you. I don't like your fans. I don't like the club, but I feel your pain because if I was a Tottenham fan, I'll be going to the players' houses and sending them notes and sending them final warnings that if their form don't improve, I'm coming after you because that's pathetic. That's pathetic.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Can I? Right, and DJ, you two are both at the game, right?
Yeah.
I obviously only watched it on the TV, so I'm not there getting the full atmosphere. But Declan Rice, and this is an honest, sensible question, right? He seemed to me he was doing a little bit of shithousery on a couple of Tottenham players there. He almost sort of gave me the impression, a bit like the old Tony Adams type, where he was like, "No, you're not having us today." I mean, I can't remember the top player where he sort of knee got it when the player was on the floor and he sort of walked past him, give him a little, and it's like, have that, son. Yeah, we're Arsenal, you ain't. You're Tottenham, and you're going to have it today. The thing is, also, it struck me, guys, and you'll know me better than me. Certain players yesterday really understood what it meant. Really got it, like Eze did.
Yeah,
Rice did. Right now, a sensible question: do you honestly think that was down to the manager? And either of you guys come and answer it.
Declan Rice is natural. Declan Rice is natural because
it's natural.
It's true. It's triple. He's a Chelsea fan, and they hate Tottenham automatically. He's played for West Ham, and they hate Tottenham automatically. And now he's played for Arsenal North London Derby. So there's 3 reasons to Grand Spurs in the dirt. But yeah, I think that's one thing about Arsenal. And remember, Mikel's played for us as well. So he understands the hatred for Tottenham as well. So it did help, that
it's like they're smelling blood, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know the old saying of George Graham, right? When we were playing Tottenham back in the day, it's George Graham's interview. I always remember it. Right? He said, "With Tottenham, you have to smell blood." And it was like that. I don't know. You guys were there.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the Eze, I mean, Rice knows the importance of any London derby. I mean, how we see him yesterday, he's all credit to him. Is how he was when he played for West Ham, when he played for West Ham against Arsenal, when he played for West Ham against Spurs, any of the London teams. That's Declan Rice. It's in him. I think with Eze, it's his boyhood club. Spurs wanted to sign him. He nearly signed for Spurs and then he came to Arsenal. So he was getting a lot of stick off of the Spurs fans. A lot of Spurs fans were giving him a lot of stick over it. The manager's interview didn't help on Eze, and he went, Eze who? So he's seen all this. So he was naturally driven anyway, Eze, yesterday. I mean, boyhood club, knows the importance of a North London derby if he's been supporting Arsenal. Never had the opportunity to play in a North London because obviously he was at Palace. So with Eze, I think he was just naturally motivated anyway. So, and you could see that. You could see that. Now, yeah, I mean, they were just up for it, but the atmosphere before the game helped as well. I mean, it was just the atmosphere. I don't know what Kenny thought, but I thought the atmosphere was spot on yesterday. I thought it was absolutely spot on yesterday, and there was a real loud before the game as they was coming out. I mean, the stadium was really, really rocking, and that's what it can do. It don't do it enough for me in big games, but that's exactly what it can do. So that got the players going as well, right from the off.
But you know what it is, DJB? The club were fantastic in the build up to the game. They reminded all the fans, not just the fans, on the ground, but the fans in London, but fans across the UK, and of course our cousins from all corners, all the four corners, how big this game is. They're fantastic in terms of thinking, you know what, this is the biggest game of the season. It's a North London derby, and I shake the club's hand because there's lost in translation with a lot of fans. They think like other games are more important because Tottenham haven't won things and they haven't been competitive. But I think the club, they're brilliant this week in terms of pushing the narrative about how big the game is.
And I think Spurs winning, sorry, Jez, I'm just coming very quickly. I think Spurs winning that European trophy as well, because they'd won a European trophy last season.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to get one over on them as well because, they was lording that over us as well. So all of these things just added up for a brilliant day.
But the thing is, like, what I didn't see yesterday, noticeably, I didn't see a lot of the Arsenal fans walking out 10 minutes before the end of the game.
No.
Tottenham were. That 20 minutes of that game,
I've got pictures on the phone.
Damn near empty. They were streaming out. Right? And don't forget, they had to hold that bloody clock end because of the game nature it is. The amount of people are going to come from Tottenham, 10,000 odd, whatever. But I found it fascinating because it's a North London derby. All the fans were staying practically to the end. Why don't they do that for another game? The other games, I don't understand that. It's just a 4:30 kickoff Sunday afternoon, right? We've had loads of them games, but people are walking out 10 minutes before they go. I'm not criticising it. The fact that all those fans stayed yesterday afternoon, it's brilliant. I think it's fantastic because the atmosphere must have been as I used to remember them back in my day. And you just were like there for like 20, 30 minutes afterwards, giving it to the Tottenham fans. But fantastic result. But I'm not going to over-celebrate because I'm not allowed to. So there you go. Never mind.
Long way to go yet. Long way.
Everyone locks in, man. Smashed his likes up 450 in here. We ain't even at 150 on the likes yet. And let me just grab these two member chats quick. Big up real ones. Big up from RB. 49 months. That's relentless, brother. The next four fixtures set the pace. 100%. 100%, man. We've got some tough games coming up. So yeah, bless up to you, man. He said, big up the panel. Kenny feels your pain, but I enjoy it. Big up to you, Cameron, brother. Big up to you, bro. And yeah, get these likes up as quick as you can. Do you know what made me laugh here? Is as soon as I see their starting 11, they went five at the back. Yeah, I thought they're just going to get out running midfield. They're two midfielders. Yeah, I thought now they're coming in to get a pace in here. Yeah, and that's why I predicted 3-1. I thought they'd score, but then when it went 3-0 and they still had another shot on target, we were just having a ball, weren't we, matey? Me, you, and Ola were just laughing and joking and chilling, and then all of a sudden the bozo moment happened. What a finish from Richarlison, by the way.
Yeah, brilliant.
I don't know what. Well, I've said it before. I'll say it again about Zubimendi. Press him, he folds. I've said it all season.
Yeah.
And I've been telling everyone, he done it in La Liga as well. You press him, he folds. Other than that, I thought everyone was quality. Yeah, you can blame Raya, you can blame Zubimendi. One who has got away scot-free on that, by the way, is Saliba. Yeah, because Saliba could see both. Yeah, he could see the goalkeeper and he could see Zubimendi. Why aren't they all communicating? But other than that, yeah, flawless performance pretty much. And the fact that Eze came out there And after he'd heard Thomas Frank say, Eze who?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then went and bagged a hat-trick. Absolutely class, yeah. Every time. See, this football club's Tottenham, mate, yeah. I swear, if it ain't their fans, it's their players. If it ain't their players or the fans, it's the flipping manager. They always have to open their mouth. They always say some dumb shit that ends up getting thrown back in their face. Yeah, every single time. Every single season. Yeah.
It's a North London thing.
Yeah, well, it must be. But no, it's true. Every single time they come up with something stupid like, you know, our away record's great. Oh, we're unbeaten away from home. We're going to do you, mate. You haven't beaten us. Well, you've beaten us once in fucking last 33 games at our ground now in the league. Right? What makes them think they're going to beat us? And if they were a bit more humble with it, I don't think they'd get so much stick on their team. Yeah, because let's be real. Yeah, hiring somebody that's won nothing for a manager that had won shit at multiple different clubs, for me, that just sums their football club up. Yeah, it doesn't matter about 17th. They won a trophy. That's the aim of the game. And they sack him because their fans were crying. Like, they were crying, well, hang on, you just won a trophy. Oh, but we need to be up in the Champions League. Well, you're in the Champions League. Yeah, that club will forever be a shit show. It has been my entire life. But to see us go 3-0 up against them, yeah, it was like, nah, we want 5-6 now. Let's go spank them. Yeah, when they got that goal back, they, I wouldn't say they were all over us. They weren't really all over us, but we looked a little bit rattled for 10 minutes. And as soon as we got that fourth goal, curtains. Yeah, all three of Eze's goals were sick, by the way. What a hat-trick. That's one of the best hat-tricks I've seen for a minute. Like, I can't remember the last time I've seen a hat-trick as good as that. All three of them. But no, it was good. Very good, man. And it sets it up. Oh, what a goal FC Como scored. Jeez. It sets it up nicely for the Bayern game because they were 2-0 down the other day and ended up winning 6-2. They were 2-0 down at home as well.
But they got injuries, Lee, haven't they? You know, we're going to...
Yeah, Musiala broke his leg. He's out for the season. They've got that, what's his name? Yeah, he's been out for weeks. It was that young lad, Cole.
Right. He broke it during
the young lad Cole's out, I think, for the game. We've got a couple of others. Diaz is obviously suspended.
Alphonso Davies is not playing left back.
He's out injured. So they've got quite a few injuries as well. But Elise was on.
Why they played though. They'll still play attacking football.
Oh, 100%. And they've still got Harry Kane and they've still got Elise who's on fire at the minute. Yeah, I think he set up about 3 of the goals at the weekend. So it's going to be a big game. And the thing is, we've got to manage that game properly because we've got Chelsea after that. And this is why yesterday when I was going bathroom, I heard you guys saying that Madueke came on and Ethan came on. Yeah, I thought he was going to bring Martinelli on. Yeah, but he didn't. But maybe he's not 100% yet. Maybe he just had him in the squad to say, "Oh, look, some of the players have come back," kind of thing. Because Madueke didn't really do anything wrong when he came on, did he? Yeah, didn't really do anything amazing either. But the fact he brought on Madueke and put him on the left instead of Martinelli, that's quite telling that maybe Martinelli starts Wednesday or comes off the bench Wednesday and Madueke don't. I don't know. Because Trossard's been flying at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, Trossard's
so
back.
You can hold that, Kenny. You wanted him gone. You're a fake fan.
I always say Trossard's a bench player. He's a bit, he's all right to bring on.
So you know the thing with dibbly dobblies, like it's a cricketing term, dibbly dobbly.
Yeah,
dibbly dobblies still get centuries in cricket. They still, like I said, get 5-4s in cricket. It's just that most of the times you don't know what they're good at. So that's why you call them dibbly dobblies, because it does come off. But you know what? I'm sorry to hijack your show, but I just want to say, rest in peace to the god of, music, Jimmy Cliff.
Oh man, yeah, that's lost.
Jimmy Cliff died today, 81 years old.
Wow.
God of music.
Okay. I actually don't know who he is. Who is he?
Reggae.
No, he is. Go and study him. He's a god. DJ B and Matty know he is.
Yeah, reggae, isn't it?
Yep, yeah, reggae.
Sorry.
Yeah, he was massive behind the reggae movement. He was massively.
I don't know him then. Sorry.
Jez was a mod, wasn't he? He was a moller.
Me? I was a rocker.
Oh, he's a mocker.
You must have heard the song, the harder they come, the harder they fall.
Yeah.
Many rivers to cross.
I know the song, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Jimmy Cliff.
Fair point.
Absolutely. Do you know? Can I just say though? I mean, we're going over the game yesterday. I personally thought Saka done okay. He was all right. He was good. He done it.
That was his best performance this season. For me, anyway.
I don't know. I didn't see it like that. I don't know. Perhaps I'm expecting a little bit too much from him. But he looked better. He did look better. But I don't know. I'm still wanting to see a little bit more. Really,
DJ, I wasn't impressed with him at all.
He got the ball and he got tied up a lot. He got he weren't really going past his man with any kind of conviction. But listen, perhaps I was watching a different Saka. I don't know. But for me, he had a good game, but he weren't the Saka that kind of was getting me out of my chair, But
I agree with you. I watching the game, I was like, he's not doing what he used to do, and I thought, he's dropping off too much, and I wasn't impressed, mate. To be honest, I thought I'm expecting a little bit more than this. I know I'd still say he's not fully fit, right? I still say that, and maybe he needs a bit of time out. Maybe maybe we have got a player that can come in and jump in there. But this is my criticism. Even though it's a fantastic win against our tribals, right? He could have played Enweri there yesterday. Right, we didn't have to play Saka.
No, he played the whole 90 as well. I was shocked he played the whole 90, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I actually thought he played well. Like when he was on the first 2 free kicks, we was like, why is Rice not on him? Yeah, and then it was like, oh, okay, he nearly scored them both. That's why he's on. And then he had the shot where he spun and the keeper saved it. But I thought he was a lot better. But the fact that Eze run the show probably don't put so much light on Saka's performance. I don't know. I thought he was well. I thought he played well.
How must he feel today, Eze? Right?
He probably ain't slept, Jez.
About it. I mean, how he must still be on cloud 9. Only the third Arsenal player to score a hat trick against Tottenham.
Mad. First one since 1978.
I was hoping he got the fourth.
Well, he wanted the fourth, didn't he? He wouldn't pass the ball away.
So bad, man. I wanted that fourth so bad.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna be that guy that is gonna say the tooth fairy don't exist and say, well, celebrate, but you got a game on Wednesday against Bayern Munich now. Do you celebrate? But tomorrow you've got to be on it because we've got a big game tomorrow. Big game on Wednesday, because I think that's what champions do. They don't just celebrate or get DVDs out because they've beaten a big team. They go on again.
Can I just say
DVDs?
Can I also say as well, Kenny, and coming in on the back of that, because I'm one of these people that enjoy the moment, enjoy the next day, and then it's on to the next one. That's me. I felt the last time I felt like this is when we beat Man City 5-1.
Yeah, we knew what came behind that.
And we all know what happened after that. So this is why I'm keeping both feet on the floor. You know what I mean? And I know people are going to say, oh, yeah, but the squad's different now and blah, blah, blah. There's still a lot of players coming back from injuries. There's still a lot of players that have played a lot of games and a lot of minutes. So the rotation and the squad selection's got to be key. That's why I know what you're saying, Kenny. You wanted to batter him, but for the safety of Declan Rice, because if Declan Rice gets injured and you're looking at a whole different story.
Oh, that's like that. But I think the thing with there's some players who feel the best way for them to keep their form up and get rhythm is by playing every minute, every game.
Yeah.
I think what we have in England, our character, especially our players, is that they don't understand rotation. They don't want rotation. They want to play every minute in every game, get involved in every aspect of the game. When they're defending, they want to be the one who's making a recovery tackle, or if they're in the attack, they want to be the one with taking the corners. Declan Rice is that kind of player.
But weren't you surprised that when we was like 3-0 up that he didn't or 3-1 and it was comfortable? When we scored the fourth, I was a bit surprised he didn't.
You know what? I was like one of those boxers who knows he can punch hard and likes to throw that right hand because they get success with that right hand. They keep on throwing that right hand. I was I don't know about you. I shouldn't get scars because we've beaten them so many times before, but I'll never get over the humiliation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That League Cup semi-final, second leg in 2008 when I beat us 5-1. I've always wanted revenge from that. I've never been really satisfied that even though we've beaten them, that I either want the score replicated 5-1 or I wanted a 6-1. You know what I mean?
We won screaming 5, wouldn't we, mate? We was 1 in 5, mate.
Yeah, we won the 5, 6,
It
7.
went really flat when they scored, though, and I was saying to my boy next to me, there was a period there when they scored, and I've been saying it about Zubimendi. Zubimendi on the ball and his space looks brilliant, and he has done some changes. But defensively, I'm sorry, I still find him a little bit of a liability in defensive situations. And someone in the chat said, "Oh, relax, it was his first North London derby." Well, he got found out a couple of times against Newcastle as well, so it's not the first time this season.
Liverpool,
Man City.
Yeah.
It's not the first.
It was Eze's first North London derby, and he scored that trick.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not the first time. So, but that as I said, other than that, he really played well. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of them things where you've got to then go on to the next game and you've got to put in the same performance. You can't now live off the back of, which we have done in the past when we beat Bayern Munich, when we beat Man City 5-1. We've now got to get over that and not dwell on that and just move on to the next one because, it's still quite a long way to go yet. And, a couple of results can change things. So keep it going. That's all I'm saying.
No, 100%. Big ups everyone locked in, man. Over 500 in here. These likes are not liked. You're not trying to mug us off. What's going on here? 147 likes is a shambles. A bit like that club in whites yesterday. They should be sued for wearing white. I keep saying this. Like, Real Madrid ain't sued them for wearing white. It's a disgrace.
You know what? The only downside yesterday, and you're going to love this, guys, that wretched North London Forever song. That to ruin it or win it. That's a spoilery thing. That's a spoilery thing. Here you go. I mean, you're having a great time in the North London derby, and then you play that song, and I think, God, that song makes me cringe. You know what it reminds me of? Do you know that time when Everton won the league in 1985, and they had that they all went on top of the pops and they sang, "Here we go, here we go, here we go, Everton, you're the best, we all know." And you can see players like Derek Manfield and Graham Sharp. Graham Sharp, his team going, like that, singing like that. That's how that North London Forever song feels to me. It's so bad.
So you don't sing it then, can you? No.
What's that?
You don't sing it then, no.
Sing it. Basically, there's two people. There's one guy, right, called Jack. Normally, we make most. It's a funny story anyway. Jack was right next to me, and he looked me in the eye, and I was like that. And his brother just went. He looked at me, and I said, "Mate, you know the rules as well." And he went, "Oh, like that."
Me and Kenny don't even do that. We don't even do the
You don't do the Eucharist, right?
No, we don't even do that. Me and Kenny
behind me, and whenever they play North London Forever, there's 5 people that are just like that. It's like
it was you lot in the North Bank that started it all.
I know.
You infected the rest of the ground, mate. I tell you.
I hear what they're saying, Lee.
It's such a great song.
I hear what they're saying, Lee. But if Eucharist scores a goal to win that Champions League this year, that guarantee you.
Anyone over 40, anyone 40 and over doing that, I want to pay for charity.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, Kenny's got that block on lock, mate. Nobody's doing anything in his block. They'll end up skinning.
They're the one that infests the rest of the ground where he sits, the Elwell hooligans. Singing all this nonsense.
That North London Forever song is such a crap song. I don't know. It's when I see grown men who probably any time cut to North London watch football, and then sing that nonsense as they're North Londoners. Do me a favour. It's about drugs and hookers.
Yeah, bring back the proper Arsenal North Bank song. Sit down next to me. That
exactly.
Proper James song.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the song.
Proper.
They had an Elvis one once as well, didn't they?
Well,
no, mad. Yeah, play some fucking Oasis. Tell them, Dale. Tell them.
No, No,
ain't having it.
no, never.
Oh, you're not an Oasis fan, are you?
He's not having it,
Hate
mate.
Fucking
Oh, you don't like Liam, do you?
He's not an
Going on
Oasis fan.
Yeah.
Big up to the Mancunian way, brother. Bless up.
Hey, Lee, how was he feeling yesterday after they ass whooping?
Yeah, what are you saying, Martin? What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying, brother? Hope all is well. Poor weekend for us. Not over, only 7 points, but Arsenal are definitely favourites.
Fact. Yeah.
Bro, well, listen, we got Chelsea the weekend. If we fuck that up and you beat Leeds, it's back on again, isn't it? And we've still got to play Man City again at the Etihad. So it's a long ways to go yet, man. Long way to go.
Will it be back on with Chelsea? They'll only be 3 points behind us if they beat us.
Well, imagine if they fucking win it. I swear.
No, man, I don't even want to think about Chelsea. But man, think about
Well, imagine they win it with Sanchez in goal.
that'd be even crazy.
They've got a history of sneaking,
Scamming trophies,
scamming trophies, haven't they?
And
It's in their
scamming
DNA.
wins as well. Scamming wins, last minute wins. You know what I mean? They're definitely, and their fans won't let us forget it. I think if Arsenal, fold this season, and 99% of us ain't ruling it out, although we in hindsight we probably should. The fans that would love it the most would be their lot. Remember the last couple of seasons when we gave them a couple of hammerings at the Emirates in 2023, 24. All they were concerned about was the fact that we weren't going to win the league, and they were singing all those songs. It kind of made them happy that we dropped the ball. And when we were just about to score a try.
That's true. Yeah, yes, we were talking about that backstage, funny enough, about the Newcastle City game. Yeah, that second goal was offside. And Foden, that was a blatant red card on him and a penalty.
no.
Yeah, robbed.
No.
Yeah, the PGMO have got a conspiracy against City to stop them winning the league. Maybe it's our turn. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's our turn. They've said it's our turn this year. So they'll give all the decisions against Liverpool and Man City. Maybe it's our turn.
That was never a red card, Lee. Never in a million years.
You're not having it, Jez.
Nah.
See, for me, he kicked the ball towards goal, obviously. But if I punch a player in the face after he's headed the ball, then I'm getting him sending off. Yeah, so that's how I'm looking at it. He came flying in out of control.
No, he didn't.
The ball had gone, and he clattered him, took him straight out.
Yeah.
But
all right, okay. Let's put this one to bed, shall we? Let's put this one to bed. In the law of the game, right? It states if a player makes a tackle through pure momentum, right, unavoidable momentum in an 18-yard box, it's not a penalty. The player can't stop himself, therefore it's not a penalty. If the player injects the tackle to a point where it's deemed to be dangerous or foul play, then it's a penalty. That was never a penalty, man. He couldn't do anything about it, man. He got the ball and followed through. Can't help it. That's the law of the game.
Well, I'm not arguing with Jez. He knows the laws better than I do.
Remember, it's not the rules. Remember, it's not the rules of the game. It's the laws.
The laws.
Exactly, Matty. Exactly.
The offside was that was definitely offside, though. I don't know how that took so long to even decide. And then you could see by the 6-yard line that he was offside. And then they showed the semi-automated thing and showed he was onside. I was like, it still looks offside.
It's all wrong, but we saw something similar the next day at Ellen Road. The goal that Leeds' first goal. I mean, when there was a phase of play, when the cross went in, I mean, I lost count of the amount of players who were in offside positions, and then the ball hits the bar, and I don't know. You know what? I don't know what offside is anymore because it varies. It really varies. Like the goal at Anfield.
I just see that.
You see the goal that Not Forest scored at Anfield, well, the one that got disallowed.
Yeah.
Did they disallow it because they disallowed the one at the Etihad 2 weeks before? It's like they make up as they go along, because I always thought with the players in front of the player in the first phase of play, that's no goal. It doesn't make sense.
It's like our goal yesterday, Eze's goal. There was 2 players in front of the goalkeeper in his eye line.
Yeah, the first one, wasn't it? That was Saka and Trossard, wasn't it?
No, the second one. The second one.
Second one. Zubimendi and Trossard. They're in line with the goalkeeper. Yeah, and then when we see City Liverpool the other day, they ruled Liverpool's goal out for doing the same thing.
That's what I mean. It's the inconsistency I don't like. That's what it is. It's just the inconsistency. I was always brought up that if you're beyond the defender and the shot goes in and you're in the eye line of the goalkeeper, you're interfering with play.
True.
So therefore you're offside. But now it stands because I don't know.
It's interfering with play.
But that's why I don't moan about refs, because we know there's shit for everyone.
Yeah,
literally for everybody. Yeah, and it's like, one week you'll get it, the next week you won't. Yeah, and the next week somebody else will get it, and next week they won't. Right? It's just how it is over the course of a season. Yeah, that's not the reason you don't win the league. Like, let's just be real with it. You've still got 90 minutes. Yeah, oh, what a goal!
Yeah. I didn't want to say that to Lee.
What a fucking header that is!
What a header!
Hey man, Seska's got this lot playing good. We better not mention Sesk. Yeah, he's got Como playing some great football.
I think
the next Arsenal manager is he balling out?
Chelsea manager, more like. That's his club. He ain't one of us. He's a Chelsea.
He's teed up for Arsenal because they see Arteta in him. They see Arteta.
You know what? He could go Chelsea because the same reason he could go and win. He won 2 league titles with them, played his best football there, and he still claims he's one of us. I never ever want to see Francesc Fabregas on any Arsenal game being a pundit or an expert. Cess, you're not welcome. You're in the shit list alongside Ashley Cole.
What if he's
London?
Oh, he's thrown Stapleton in there.
What happens if he signs for the club and comes out in his press conference singing North London forever?
Oh, that's
wearing I Love Kenny Ken t-shirt on it.
That's it.
Dibbly dobbly on the back.
You know how I got into like the weigh-in for the first fight for you, Ben. Well, no one's stopping me from getting that press conference. Wild horses. Not even 5 security guards are stopping me. I'm getting in that press conference and a few things. There's no way I'm going to allow Cesc Fabregas to become an Arsenal coach. Not a chance. Not in my lifetime.
Oh, I don't know. I think he'd be ideal for these owners, wouldn't he?
I think he'd be ideal for the way we want to play. Want to see football played.
You know what? Yeah. Chelsea fans don't like the way Maresca play. Well, he go to Chelsea. He's one of their. He's a legend. He's won 2 titles there.
Yeah.
So is Maresca though. Maresca's won 2 trophies, so they've got no reason to sack him.
Yeah, but Maresca's ball is not. Cess talking a good game, isn't he? He's talking about how he wants to, change the way football is, and that football's no longer football. There, he's saying all the nice things. I'm sure the Stamford Bridge they'll love him there. I'm sure he's got a house around there, isn't he?
His wife's in the stadium.
Was
literally that? We see him walk past us. Before, do you remember? Right up to the ground.
You know what? He doesn't need a cab to get to the stadium. He can just walk to the stadium.
He's friends with Arteta, though, isn't he? Old says him and Arteta.
He's currently 6th place in the league, mate. He's doing all right.
Yeah, playing some.
Good only lost 1 game this season, playing some great football.
Yeah,
I think he'd be ideal
for Chelsea.
He's only 6 points off the top
for Chelsea. Not for Arsenal.
But no convincing you then, Kenny, no?
No, Cesc Fabregas is no longer welcome at Arsenal Football Club. in Frank Stapleton and Ashley Cole. Frank Stapleton, anytime a Man United game, go and be a pundit for him. Ashley, Ashley, I respect you because you're not welcome at Arsenal. So never ever put yourself forward for.
Kenny, is RVP welcome? Is RVP welcome?
No. RVP, no, he's a Man United fan. He actually admits he's a Man United fan. But Francesc Fabregas, under no circumstances, you snake.
Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez, I'm sure if you want to, if Arsenal in the 5-a-sides London tournament, we can get him to be a pundit. But apart from that, why him? Frank Stapleton is a traitor, and he's not welcome at my football club.
What about if you get a discount on the ticket, but you've got to wear I love Cesc forever?
I'll pay the full price. I'll pay the full price.
Kenny's a bit old, mate.
Who, Frank Stapleton?
Yeah, he's a little bit old now, isn't he?
Yeah, but I still well crutches.
So do I. I'm with you, mate.
No, Frank Stapleton, you remember, Jez, and you DOB, you remember his behaviour
Yes.
in all that move to Man United. And
it was a bit stinky, wasn't it? But
it took us about 2 years to replace him, and we're never the same without him. And then we lost Alan Sunderland, and we basically had Lee Chapman. He's not even a dibbly dobbly. He's just a never was.
Lee Chapman was terrible.
Kenny, can I ask you this, right?
Yeah.
And this is controversial, right?
Yes.
You could say the same thing about Brady who went to Sampdoria.
Who went to Sampdoria?
Sorry, Brady when he went. Was it Juventus?
Juve.
Yeah, Brady forced a move, but I think with Brady, you something about Brady that you kind of felt even as an 8-year-old we were holding him back.
Oh, mate, I'm just being. I'm
a big fan.
Club weren't offering him another contract anyway, would they? They cashed in on him, didn't they?
I think they cashed in, but Frank Stapleton.
He's a god to me, Liam Brady.
Yeah, but I think Frank Stapleton, when he left, it like the knock-on effect it had. After losing Brady was just something because he was a very good striker and he was very good in our team. Good at set pieces, good with his headers, and he wasn't a prolific striker, Frank Stapleton. But the way we played, it took a long time for us to replace him, and we never really replaced Big Frank. That's why I've never forgiven him. And
I know, I'm just winding you up. But
no, I know you are, but Nasri, I'll shake his hand because he's honest. Nasri is honest as the day went along. He said he was an Arsenal supporter. He says he plays football for dough. So at least he was honest. He never, professed his love for the club like the players in question. Ashley Cole's a gooner, biggest gooner ever. But money talks, didn't it? And as for Frank Stapleton, I know he's a United fan, but how he done it, I didn't like it.
They counted the goal. Yeah.
And success, you only have to, speak to someone and just check his behaviour in pre-season at 11-12. And then obviously when we played Fulham, last game of the season, he was at Spanish Grand Prix. Says it all.
Well, Seska's just gone 4-1 up now.
Wow.
Yeah, away at Torino.
Wow.
Yeah, Nico Paz. What's a finish that was? He's a baller, that lad.
Yeah.
Where are they in the league? Lee?
They're 6th now.
Wow.
6 points off the top.
Scoring goals as well.
Is it 6 points?
Sort of man we need at Arsenal, Kenny, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is that Francesc Fabregas, I still believe that there's a nice place for him at the King's Road. Nice restaurants, nice houses, council tax. He'll be able to afford the council tax.
Yeah.
Fans
See,
are nice.
I don't forgive Eddie Bayor for running the link for the pitch when he scored. And
that was hilarious, though. Looking back at it now, it's funny, isn't it?
It is funny.
Yeah, you know what?
Mate, I've never seen him run so fast in my life. Mate. I say he was on a mission that day.
You know what? You know
what? I'm going to say something controversial, and it hits.
That's unlike you, Kenny.
I know what he's about to say. I know what he's about to say because he's told me.
And if it hits the target, I don't care. And if you want it out with me, you can come and meet me in Frisbee Park. Bring your dinner, bring your dress ground, bring your gloves,
and you can bring your fucking dinner.
And you know I'm talking about. If you like. Addy Boyer is levels above Aubameyang. Levels. I said it. So like I say, you got a problem with that? Bring your dinner, bring your dressing gown, bring the gloves, bring your mates, and we'll have it out. Yeah, I said it.
There you go.
He was a top player.
He told me that on the phone, so I knew that was coming. I knew that.
He was a top player.
And I hope I've hit my target.
Oh, well, I'm not fighting, Kenny. You're bigger than me, mate. Yeah. I'm not fighting. So we're just saying.
Kenny says Eddie Boyle was a top player. He's a top player.
Yeah. Well, we'll just go with what Kenny said. Let's have everyone locked in, man. Yesterday made up for the Ashes fiasco. What a collapse!
Oh, don't.
What happened there? I don't actually go on that.
Me and Kenny spent about an half hour on the phone about it. We're absolutely livid about the Ashes. It was such a collapse. It was embarrassing. It was worse than schoolboy cricket.
I think it's an absolute disgrace. Right. I'm not a massive cricket fan, right?
Yes.
Right. But I do like the Ashes. I do like the Ashes. I can't watch it because it's on TNT Sport.
Oh, right. Why don't you get TNT Sport then?
I cancelled it because right? No, I'll tell you why I cancelled it, right? Because I can watch I had TNT Sport on Prime, Amazon Prime, but I also pay 76 quid a year, right,
Fair
to
enough,
watch European Cup games and 3 o'clock Arsenal games on Bing Sport, right? 76 quid a year. I'm not
Gee.
paying £33 a month to watch TNT, right? When I can actually. Why?
Yeah,
Don't you get the cricket on Bing Sport? Don't you get it on Bing Sport? It'll be on that.
no, it won't. It won't.
No, it's not.
No, TNT
No.
Sports got the
TNT. You know why the Ashes on TNT is because TNT. Oh, in the last sort of like 9 years, they've had exclusive rights to all the Australian home series.
Yeah, but come on, man. How many? It's not fair on people that can't afford TNT Sport.
But the thing with cricket has sold its soul to satellite TV since 2005.
That's not right.
No.
I agree with it. It should be on BBC.
And that's unfortunate because, the problem with the reason why, football, cricket and golf has sold its souls because players want more money.
Yeah.
Well,
look what's happened to Champions League in a couple of years' time. It's going to Paramount.
Come on, man. It's our national sport.
They don't give a shit,
Champions League now, TNT. It's going to Paramount, isn't it?
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. But in terms of like the way it is, the players, all they care about is their bank balances. Some people who play football don't even love the game; they just play for the dough because they're good at it.
I think it's terribly wrong, Kenny, because I know a lot of down my local pub. When the Ashes are on, and all that, they get a lot of people going there to watch it, right? And I was down there on Saturday, and I said to the landlady Sue, I said, "What's happening here with this TNT thing?" Now, for her to have TNT in her pub, right, because she's got to pay commercial rates, it's £200 a month.
What?
Yeah,
£200 a month.
Yes, that's about right. Yeah.
Well, she's not going to pay that. I mean, I don't blame her because she said, I've got to pay that, not for 3 months. That's a year contract, £300 a month.
Wow.
Right? £3,600 a year. And she said, I'm not going to recoup that money. So why would I do it? I said, yeah, I agree with you. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, but do you know, like the football, if she had like the Premiership games on football, she'd make a dough back, won't she, in the Premiership games?
Yeah, she's got Sky. She's got she has all the football on. She's got 2 TVs. So you should have 2 games on. Not at 3 o'clock, obviously, because you can't, but But I think I'm sorry, I know this is not a cricket channel, but I think it's disgusting that the average Joe in the street who wants to watch the Ashes, massive cricket fans, and I know a few, and they can't afford to pay it. It's not right.
You definitely wouldn't have got your money's worth the other day if you'd have
I
paid
don't
it.
know, if you wanted to pay
over in 2 days.
You only got 2. I mean,
that's a
I
bit
stayed up.
Didn't have to wait for 5 then.
It was terrible, wasn't it? I didn't know what I was watching.
Cricket Australia, that was $3 million because England was so crap. $3 million because that's because they didn't have any play on the 3rd and 4th day. Normally, the day 1 to 4 is when you make your money because normally matches don't last 5 days. But Ben Stokes calling them mouthing off. I hope he's in hiding somewhere in a dark room, and I hope he doesn't show his face. Until we get to. I don't know, man. English cricket is in a gutter at the moment.
Well, for the sport in general is in the gutter, Kenny. If we're honest.
But all I've got to say about the way England play cricket is not baseball; it's bass bollocks.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Even the rugby now, right? It's the Autumn Nations thing and all that. You can't watch that on normal TV now. You got to pay for it. It's disgusting. Disgusting.
That's what it's World Rugby, Autumn Internationals.
Sorry, mate. This has just gone beyond a joke now.
Yeah, if you want to watch anything, you're talking about 150 a month.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a rip-off. Big up to Andy for that comment, man. Bless up for 48 months on the membership as well, bro. I appreciate that, man. And big up to he's a Barca fan, 2004. Chelsea and Arsenal will get humbled this week in the Champions League. Then all the English fans that hype up the Premier League will finally shut their mouths. Yeah, Chelsea got Barca tomorrow, haven't they?
Yeah,
I think Barca.
I saw the
Barca's better
assist by
than
the
as
way,
well.
Lee. I saw
Like,
that.
you see it, Lamine Yamal, bro. That guy is so good.
right
man.
through the heart of the midfield.
Literally.
All right, all right, I'll go for a free. Someone on TikTok said it's going to be 3-3 that game.
Well, the Barca game.
Yeah, on the basis Barca can't defend, but they can attack.
Yeah, but everyone, see, this is a gimmick. Stop listening to these idiots on TikTok, Kenny. Right? This is the thing, yeah? They don't watch these games. Barcelona can defend. Yeah, but because they got highlighted in the Champions League the other week and conceded 3, yeah, everyone goes, oh, that high line, what a goal. 5-1.
You know what?
The next one will be darts. I'll tell you what, you know, the big tournament at Christmas, whatever it's called.
Oh, that's epic.
That'll be
that's
the
epic.
next one. That's be the
That's
next
not
one.
too far from me, you know.
Watch. That'll be the next one. I'll tell you now. Because this
Well,
has got.
Snook,
I'm going to start a petition. I'm going to write to the Prime Minister.
yes, you like snooker. You like snooker.
Love snooker.
Well, apparently the World Championships is going to be moved from the Crucible to Riyadh.
Why?
Saudi.
There's talks about it.
Why?
Because they said that
money.
the Crucible isn't fit for a major tournament, sporting tournament. So they want
It's
to
not
move
fit to bring in enough money. That's why.
Yeah, that's
Well,
exactly.
that's the reason.
It's not like it's been the Crucible and it's been major.
Yeah,
tournament
you
for
know
how many
who's
years?
banging that drum? You know who's banging that drum? Ronnie O'Sullivan's banging that drum.
Yeah, because he's moved out to
He
Dubai.
wants to move.
Yeah, he wants some of the dough
Yeah,
out
that's
of it.
right,
Of
yeah.
course he does.
Yeah, Matty, how
Of course
much
he
are the
does.
World Cup tickets? Just group stages, just first
So-
game.
Initially, when they started the draw, they had this thing. It was supposed to be called the I forget what they call it. It was supposed to be some kind of, I just, for lack of better words, it's supposed to like the affordable seats or whatever. It's supposed to be like $60. All right, and then it basically balloons from there. Last I checked, which was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, the cheapest ticket I saw was like $2,000.
Oh my God!
You're kidding.
Like $2,000.
What?
Well,
Just for the first match of the World Cup.
We're talking group stage stuff now. We're talking group stage. We're talking like group stage. We're not talking about like, down the
knockout.
line. Yeah, and see people. That's it, Daryl. That's it. Dynamic pricing. Thank you, Daryl. That's it. It was dynamic pricing. Now who was getting $60 tickets? Now that's.
Did you see where they was it you that showed me it? The dynamic
well, it was
seating
like
price, and it was just right a tiny little bit right up in the
I
close.
showed it to you. Yeah, we was up that night, and I said, "Here, look at this ticket." Yeah, and it was just like a little smidget of a.
We probably got more people watching this stream than they had tickets for
Basically, it's like
$60.
these shops, isn't it? When they say prices from £20, but you can't find anything that's £20 in there, and they're all
Yeah.
like 50.
Yeah. No.
It's a bit like that. They've probably got one seat that's $60, and the rest
And
is like
Kieran's
£3.
right in the chat. Kieran's right in the chat. The final is going to be 10 grand. The final,
What?
10 grand.
It's madness. Plus the hotel prices
Plus-
are all gone
plus
sky high.
park-
Plus the
Parking,
flights.
Hotel, food, restaurant. And I'm going to tell y'all now, we're Americans, we're paying out the yin yang for food. So I'm telling you now, you coming up here talking about eating at the World Cup. Shit.
Wow.
man.
Yeah, all of that so we can get a rain delay and fucking sit there for 6
And
hours
a
waiting.
thunderstorm.
Who's making out of this, Matty? Matty, who's making out of this? Is Trump and
Probably
the
Trump.
government
Probably
making
Trump.
out of this? Or is it
And the
FIFA?
billionaires,
Who's making out of
the billionaires, the big money men. This is all this World Cup, all this is nothing more than a front for money in coffers.
Yep.
This is just money in coffers. It makes no sense to pay this kind of money to watch football. That's
People
why
are paying,
people
though.
ask
The
me, am I
stadiums will
going?
be
Hell
full.
no, I'm not going. I'm not going to the World Cup. I'm not paying that kind of money. Shit, I work too hard for my money.
The stadiums will be rammed though. People
Yeah,
are
they'll
paying.
be right. All the
is
stadiums
why
are
they
like
can get away with it.
70 to 100,000 seaters. So they're going to be there.
You'll have idiots like James Corden and all that in the crowd giving
Oh,
it.
you'll see.
Oh,
Hey,
God,
fellas,
yeah.
y'all
Oh,
see the
stand
usual. You'll see the
Yeah.
usual
Oh,
cats we see on
these
YouTube.
idiots.
You'll see the usual cats we see on YouTube. They'll be doing their selfies out there. They'll be talking about doing all this numbers and holding phones and all. You'll know the suspects. You know.
I thought football was for the working class man.
That's
No,
what it
that
used to be.
finished years
Jess.
ago, Jez, didn't it?
No, when there's money in it involved, Jess. When there's money involved, it becomes
£10,000.
Did y'all see this weekend?
$10,000. That's ridiculous.
Did you see this weekend? Did you gentlemen see this weekend? They're talking about reviving that Super League talk again. Did y'all see that?
I've heard about it. Yeah,
it's not going anywhere. We told you.
That's coming round.
It's coming back.
Coming round.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see all these celebs in the crowd, like Tom Cruise will be there. He'll have VIP seats. Yeah, he'll have fucking.
Spike Lee was at Northland Derby yesterday.
Was he? It was you with no. It was me and Tal. Me and Tal seen at Stamford Bridge before when we played them. He was in the away end. He was in the Arsenal end.
I think this has gone way beyond a joke now. Even if I could afford to pay that money, right, to go $5,000 to a game, I wouldn't pay it out of absolute abject disagreement.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Yeah,
this is
it's
not
out of control, Jay.
Invented for. Football was invented to be a sport that every person could go and watch.
What was you watching the other night, Lee? Not to cut you off, Jay. We was watching that game. We was watching. Was it the Belgian league? We was watching
the Belgian league. Yeah,
and we were looking at everybody in the crowd, and it was you see families and kids and you know.
Same in La Liga too.
Yeah. And we were saying the tickets got to be like $5 or whatever because you see whole families there.
Yeah, they're taking the kids for free kids, mum and dad, everywhere. Yeah. You see that in La Liga stadiums all the time. You see it in the second division, Belgium league. Yeah, in England, it's just full of adults.
It's crazy. You dropped down a few leagues, Lee. You dropped down to like Division 2, National League. It's pretty, it's still pretty working class. You can still pretty much afford a ticket. There's still pretty reasonable prices.
That's why you see most of those stadiums rammed now, because that's what people can afford to go watch.
Kids for £1 and all of this they go for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, in Spain, they do tickets out here. Right, so I didn't know this until Jolien told me a couple of months ago. Right, half time, you don't see a mass exodus to the concourse in their stadium half empty. They're all sitting there eating their fucking sandwiches. And I'm like, surely they're not all taking packed lunch. So when I was speaking to Jolien, because they're all eating their fucking their baguettes with the fucking ham and cheese and the hamon and queso in them, They all fucking sitting there eating that. Right? And I'm like, Jolien goes to me, no, you can buy a ticket that they give you a sandwich when you go in.
Wow!
No, that's how I brilliant idea. Then I wouldn't have missed that bleeding goal. Where is his goal on?
Here goes. You get a sandwich and a drink.
Hey, DJ B, please don't tell me you buy the food at the Emirates.
No, I went down to go to the toilet, Jez. Trouble is, where I sit.
Please
don't. I went down to have a slash, right? And I've gone down. By the time I've gone down the steps and actually got out there, the queue and then by the time I got out the toilet, everyone started running up the stairs because Eze had scored literally seconds into the
That's the thing. When you're in the up
I was still zipping up. I was still zipping up my way into the ground.
Fucking pistol over your fucking trousers.
All over me boots, everything. It was all happening.
You're not
like going to Old Trafford, isn't it?
I mean, come on, mate. You know the crack, mate. You know the crack. You don't go to the toilet. You put it out and have a little one down the other.
That was the hybrid, isn't it? That's the old hybrid days. We used to get like a boiling water on your jeans.
Yeah, or in your pocket.
Honestly, and so we got up to the steps and we shoved in like right at the front, like because we're sort of up above, and we just sort of shoved in and we had to look at the big screen for the replay. And then there was this decision whether it was going to be allowed or not. And then we all started jumping up and down. But it was crazy. But men were still queuing up at the bar, getting a beer.
That's where look, let me educate you here. Right? Let me educate you. Right?
You can't pee on the stands anymore, Jez.
No, you're missing the point here. Right? when you go to celebrate that goal and you're jumping up and down, right? You got out your seat, you're jumping up and down, you got it out, and you're having a little bit of tinkle, and that's when you're spraying it all over the bloke's back in front of you. That's how it works, mate. That's how it works.
Yeah, and then you get arrested.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have taken too kindly with that, Jess.
You looking at the game? You still got the game on, Lee?
Yeah.
You see they had to go there to the Ultra? See that?
How many times in the North Bank, right, back in the 80s?
Look at that, they're whistling and jeering. Right? Sorry, Jess.
You get that hot flush down the back of your thigh.
Too many times for my liking.
You look behind you, you get that fella behind you, right, and he gives you the look, and I'll go, yeah, thanks, mate.
No. the thing about it is that you don't, because you're bunched together. You don't know who's pissed on you.
Who's doing it? No.
Yeah.
Been in
No,
pocket.
but
Yeah.
it's one of those things where, you know, especially big games, you know, when we used to play, I think there was a few games in 87, 88 when we had twice in concession. You had the Man United game and the Everton game, both 50 plus attendances. They were locking the gates, and you thought, oh God, not again. But it kind of improved. I think after Hillsborough, when they reduced the capacities, that's when it got better. There was less accidents. I use that term loosely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before Hillsborough, there was loads of accidents where people just couldn't be bothered going. And there weren't no female toilets at Highbury. There weren't. There wasn't.
No.
You know what though? It was really good yesterday. We was all sort of everyone was standing up yesterday. It was like
yeah. So this is the thing that pisses me off. That's what pisses me off with the fucking
it.
stewards at that ground, right? Because you're not allowed to stand, are you?
No.
In the North Bank, from where Kenny is, from the corner flag to corner flag, they let you stand up. Right?
Yeah.
But then, if it's a fucking League Cup game, you get told sit down.
Yeah, because the new crowd. Hey, but Lee, I've got a story to tell you. I shouldn't be saying this, but I hope you don't. But I hope he ain't watching. But I have to call this one out because what's happened? We're all standing at the Spurs and the North London derby, and there's my good friend John. John and his kid. You know, his kid's only about 10, right? So he can't see if we all stand up. So he always gets his son, because when he brings his son, he sometimes brings his wife, brings a mate. But he brought his son, and his son stood up. There was this geezer was telling John to sit down, get his kid to sit down because he couldn't see us. So I said, hang on here, we're all standing. So you know what the guy said to John? I'm an IDF soldier, and you should respect me. You should talk to me. You shouldn't be disrespectful to me. And us, because I just see that John's having an argument with him and telling him to F off and all that. And I asked John, what did he say? He said, he said he was an IDF soldier and that no one should ever speak to him like that. I was thinking, hang on here, this is Arsenal Tottenham. We're all mates here. What? I don't care when he was like the Queen's guard. Why did he have to say he was a soldier for?
Why didn't he just say, do you mind if I come and squeeze in next year? Right,
I don't know. But you know what's happened is that there was some guys, right, who don't normally talk to John. One guy is it's not my phone, by the way. Sorry to disappoint you.
Like DJ's sitting there all quiet. It's him.
No, it's not mine. Not mine. I've got it on silent.
Yeah, but you know, basically what it was is that there was this guy. He's only about half the size of the guy who was complaining. He said to him, mate, he whispered in his ear, we could hear it. He said, mate, you ever speak to him like that again, we're going to take you in the concourse and give you an ID. And that was it. He stopped it. He never once moaned afterwards.
It's mad though. But this is the thing. But this is the thing. The stewards where I used to go, they were sound. They used to come around and go like, "Listen, we know you're going to tell us to fuck off, but the woman up there with her son can't see because you're all standing up. And I know you stand up every home game, right? But it's a League Cup game. We was like, fuck off, mate. Tell us stand up."
It's like the bottom tier. The bottom tier underneath me, that obviously comes round. I'm above the away fans, just as it comes round on the edge of the D. Well, the bottom tier at the back there, as you go in, they all stand up all the time. They used to a bit like Kenny's end. They all stand up if they're at the back. If they're lower tier at the back, they all stand up.
Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. If your back's gone and your knees are gone, you feel like a little sit down. I'll tell you one thing, right? You just have to go with it, man, because you got to be hard, man. When you're a football fan, you got to be hard. It doesn't matter if you got bad knees or you got a bad back. You got to stand up and grin and bear it for 90 minutes. That's what we do at Arsenal. And
why don't fans do that for every game? And just fucking instead of just big games.
Football fans, I think what's happening.
I'm in sleeping.
you know, football's different. Look, let me tell you something. Every major stadium, especially new stadiums, is not built for atmosphere. It's built for people to sit. And I always think that the new stadiums at Arsenal, if it's a big European game and it's Spurs, Liverpool, Man United, and then I think the crowd would be up for it and they will stand. And it's the same with Tottenham, because I spoke to some Tottenham fans, and they said that the only time they get big atmosphere is for us and Chelsea. So, but if you went to White Hart Lane and Highbury, the atmosphere will be all the same. And I do think that when you build these new grounds, they're not built for atmosphere. They're not. They're built for the corporates.
Yeah, 100%. Big up, Jeff. Stand up if you hate Tottenham, then have a
That
piss.
is the timing. That's when I should have done it. Exactly.
There we go. These super chats real quick. Big up, Chico, man. Pretty soon the Super Bowl will be exclusively on Paramount. Ask Matty. Also, Matty, the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, and Baltimore Ravens all may miss the playoffs. Entirely Big Brother. Mad.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of money if they don't. Any of those teams don't make the playoffs. So
Well, the Chiefs are not going to make the playoffs. Wow.
Yeah, well, they won yesterday, but they still got a long way to go.
How many more games are left?
I think they've got about 4 or 5 more weeks.
So
they've got to win out.
Win.
They've got to win out. Yeah, pretty much. They guaranteed to get the wild card to get in. So
yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, Kieran was correct too up in the chat earlier. Yeah, sideline tickets for the World Cup is $20,000.
Oh, so full.
That's terrible.
I mean, you got to think about this. I waited my entire life because 94, I could. Of course, 94, I was a child. And then finally, you're working. Like, okay, well, I want to go see the World Cup. Then you $2,000-$3,000 a ticket. Shit, no way.
It's not worth it, man.
I'll be on a watch along with Lee.
So I mean, the World Cup sold its soul, hasn't it? It has, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? The World Cup doesn't feel like a World Cup when I was growing up. Like when you watch the World Cup like in Qatar, the World Cup in Qatar I thought was outstanding, by the way. I thought it was a really good World Cup. But it don't have that World Cup feel like when I was growing up as a kid.
No, I mean,
because that was the only time you really got to see some of these other players. Now you can see everyone.
But don't you think, Lee, that the Champions League has killed that kind of World Cup fight? Because the Champions League, I say it without any sort of exaggeration, it's like a World Cup every year because the best players in the world are playing in that competition.
You combine that with the money aspect, Kenny. It's just like you go back to last summer, Lee, when they had the Club World Cup. Those tickets were priced through the roof. And what happened? What happened when we saw the games, Lee? Nobody was at the game.
Nobody there.
And so they're trying to scramble at the last hour.
They were selling the tickets for like $30, an hour before kickoff.
So one of my buddies that coaches here, he told me he went to the it was LAFC and Chelsea, I believe it was, up at the Dome. And he said they got the tickets for like $15 like a night or two before. I said, well, why the fuck didn't they sell the tickets at $15 before the before all this? And then you selling tickets for $600, $700, $800. The average person, like Jay said, that a family can't afford to pay that kind of money. You got to pay for little Johnny, you got to pay for Susie, hot dogs, juice, crack. You know when you're taking the kids, they're gonna want something to eat, candy,
they're gonna want a shirt
or a hat, shirt, something. And then you expect them to pay $800 off the top. They're coming out paying $1,800, $2,000.
That's a whole month's salary.
Yeah, that's what the average person makes. It's going crazy. Sports in general, just not just football. I'm talking American football. We're talking hockey. We're talking baseball.
Yeah, $800 for a baseball game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I remember baseball games when I was coming up. You go to Atlanta Braves game, it was like $10. Hell, church was back in the church.
Matty, what's the common denominator? Look, golf, cricket, football, even rugby now, the players want to get paid more. So your TV, your associations or any of those sports are going to sell you down the river and sell the rights to the highest bidder. And then the club you love and support, or the stadiums that you call home, are going to sell you down the river and said, more increase the ticket prices. The players always say they're man of the people. I always say to you guys, football fans or any fans, you're absolutely mugs if you're going to have a player's name on the back of your shirt or you're going to sing their name when they're screwing you over financially. And I don't give a damn about you. The only time they talk to you is because it's in their little contracts to come and visit you in hospital when you're going for a hard time.
On a pre-season tour.
They want to.
Remember when Granit Xhaka? Do you remember Granit Xhaka said that he wants to go and see the fans and let the fans do open training? It's the open training, and he wants to interact with the fans more. Yeah, if that's the case, why didn't he go and park up at that fucking leisure centre opposite the Tolly and go and get everyone a lemonade or a beer?
Exactly.
Yeah. And instead, he just jumped the red light and go straight through. Every now and again, if there was a queue of traffic, he'd have to sit there, and then a load of kids would want signatures.
Not only that, all these pundits that sit on these shows now for TNT and all that, your Ian Wrights, your Carragers and all that, they're on big money. They demand thousands of pounds as well.
Carragher and Keane are on millions.
Yeah, exactly. They're all scamming it, mate. They're all scamming it off the top.
I've only ever had one name on a shirt, right? Ever.
And it was Cesc.
Shirt.
What's this?
I'm okay. Can I guess? Yes, can I guess? Liam
Nope.
Brady.
It had the number 40, right? It was in 2001. It had number 40. My mum and dad bought me, and the name was Jez.
Jez.
That's fair enough, isn't it? That's fair enough.
Because that was your 40th, Jez.
Jezinho.
Yeah.
I've still got it.
That's when he had his mullet. DJ, that's when he had his mullet.
They tried to spell Jezza Fiore, but they couldn't. So they just put Jez.
No, my mum and dad couldn't afford that number of letters. They couldn't.
Don't get me wrong, right? Us football fans, right? We're feeders. You know, we let. It's like my beef. My beef with the sort of like the scheduling of the games. We're all going to still watch them. We're all going to still get them. We're all going to get probably lose our relationships and our marriages to go and watch these guys. They don't care because they're making money out of us. But we're the biggest feeders to them, and that's the thing.
Supply and demand, man.
There isn't a win sportsman because at the end of the day, we're addicts. We're football addicts.
Exactly.
I've just sat here and watched FC Como's second half. Now I'm going to watch Man United in 20 minutes. And I'm pretty sure there'll be some fucking South American football on later if I want to watch that as well.
You're a football addict, Lee. You're a football addict. We're all football addicts.
Exactly.
It's my job. It's his job.
The thing is, right, no other walk of life, you have the piss taken out of you, but we go and watch football. What we pay, we have the piss taken out of us all the time. Yeah. So,
well, I'll just watch that game. Matty, you see it at the end of that game, yeah? Sereno just got spanked 5-1 at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're mid-table.
Yeah.
And they had to go and face the fucking Ultras at the end of the game.
Can I ask questions to the panel? Can I ask this question? Right. We're all match-going fans, past, present, whatever. We know what happened, the horrible tragedy at Hillsborough.
Yes.
Right. And the fences were taken down and all that. And I want to get your honest opinion on this because I've thought about this an awful lot. Do you think having all-seater lower tier has killed the atmosphere in a game?
Yeah. It has because of the reasons that what football did after Hillsborough, and I think Italian 90 is part of that situation as well. It brought in the 2.4 children, the middle class 2.4 children to football who will spend a shitload of money and will bring their kind of they brought manners to football. Yeah. Now, us football fans, one of the reasons we loved our football because you can get away with being ill-mannered and no one would care because it's us, it's football, it's who we are. We're mean, working class men, and we're bother boys. But when you bring in but after Hillsborough and the Italian night, when you bring in the 2.4 children, the middle class 2.4 children, you are killing the atmosphere because simple reason that, for instance, if someone did something naughty at football, I'm not going to go and report them to a steward, but that lot will.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
See it, say it, report it at football.
Yep. Yeah, see it, say it.
If I had something stupid, I'll give I'll give them a right hander, and that's it. We're sorted. But I've got to go and report. But now they're reporting, people lose their sense tickets. Do you see if you think I want a grown man to lose something he loves that much, i.e. season ticket? No, I don't.
No.
I'd rather slap him, give a couple of slaps, slap him to shape, and he keeps his season ticket. I don't.
It's like that. It's like that in like even anybody that's in the chat that's been to a WWF event. What it's the same thing where it's like, oh well, you can't say that because the kids are here. It's like, well, damn it, wait a minute now. Stone Cold Steve Austin and all that back in the day when we were coming up, you remember it? And now it's all of a sudden it's like you got to have
Matty. I think with modern technology, right? I mean, what the tragedy that happened at Hillsborough was horrendous, but the world has moved on, right? Yes, we had the fences for obvious reasons to stop pitch invasions, violence, and all that. The thing is now, in my honest opinion, with modern technology, those fences and the emergency gates, right, that weren't opened by the stewards at Hillsborough to let the people out. Nowadays, modern technology allows that. So to me, they do it. Look, come on, they still do it in Germany. They do still it in.
Yeah, they could.
They still
Look at the atmospheres in these German leagues, mate. German league, yeah. When we sit there, they got fucking geezer hanging off a fucking pole with a megaphone, not even watching the game.
France.
The thing is,
France as well.
The thing is, with the modern world we live in, and let's not be funny, we've moved on 30 plus years since Hillsborough. There is available situations, and we know now football violence is not as rife as it was. Nowhere near it what it was.
There's cameras everywhere. You can't get away with it anymore.
No. Yeah, exactly. There's CCTV all round the ground, outside the ground.
Face recognition.
All that. Right.
Biometrics.
Your season ticket's got your mug on it. Right. Yeah. So you can't get away with shit anymore. So at the end of the day, I just think it's.
And if you transfer your ticket, sorry to overcut you. If you transfer your ticket, it goes to somebody who's actually fucking a member of the club. Yeah. So they know it's that person that went, not you.
Exactly. Exactly. So for me, I think I get what happened. I get the reaction from Thatcher. It had to be done. It had to be done. It was a terrible. I remember being at Highbury when it all was kicking off at half time. We were like, what the fuck? But I think times have moved on where the opportunity is there now. The lower terraces could come back to being terrace.
That is something that I reckon will come back as well, because these football clubs are trying to scam everyone, right? And they're trying to get as much money as they can. I guarantee in the next 5-6 years or so, it'll be all standing in.
We have it already.
We got it. We got it in Atlanta. We got it in Atlanta.
You have it. You have it. Chelsea.
You can get more people in.
Yeah, but you know,
Everton, the guy said in the chat.
Yeah, Stamford Bridge. The upper tier of Stamford Bridge is safe standing, and the upper tier at West Ham's ground,
Big up
London Stadium, is safe standing, and Anfield they have safe standing as well. So so it's safe standing where you still have your seats, but you have a bar. So that way, it prevents you. Like if you want to move forward, the bar kind of controls.
Yeah, so somebody flips you over it when you fucking pissed up their back.
Yeah. So in that respect, because let's face it, as much as we belie what we got already, we belie the people that we don't think are welcome to the game. It was dangerous. It was bloody dangerous.
Fun,
to be a football fan when Hillsborough could have happened to any one of us. Yeah. Sheffield Wednesday's ground was a death trap way before Hillsborough.
Awful.
I mean, they had 2 incidences, and they did nothing about it until it was too late.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just Sheffield Wednesday. Spurs' ground, they had defences. That wasn't safe. So, unfortunately, football should always hang its head in shame that they could have prevented Hillsborough, but they didn't. They refused to.
Facts.
But the thing is, Kenny, we've all watched the reports and the films, and I've watched the films of what was put to the jury of the horrible scenes at Hillsborough. But it was culpable because it was totally mismanaged.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It was totally They allowed that crush of fans to come through, and it was a disgrace. But times have changed. We've moved on.
Well, you say that. You say that though, Jez, but my biggest worry is if we move to Wembley, it ain't going to be in the ground, going to and from the ground.
Yeah,
it's going to be that Wembley Park Station, because that Wembley Park Station is a time bomb. Death trap. Yeah, absolute death trap.
And the tubes are like a small.
Can you imagine that North London derby yesterday when it was bad enough coming out Wembley Park Station? Imagine that if we moved to Wembley, We can't go to Wembley. Me and Kenny's got to try and get a campaign
got to stop that.
to have it at West Ham.
There's going to be an accident. There's going to be an accident, and I fear there's going to be a death.
Yeah, there will be. There will be, Kenny.
I'm serious. I'm deadly serious.
They've never the thing is, what happened here is they rebuilt Wembley. They never rebuilt the infrastructure.
Exactly, 100%. All they cared about was they didn't care about our safety coming out of the ground.
No,
as long all they cared about was like all the hotels, all the shopping centre. But they never did anything about Wembley Park.
No,
never did anything about it.
No, it's really good rock concerts. I've been to rock concerts at the old and cup finals, right, at the old Wembley, and it's still the same. Because even a rock concert, right, you've got 100,000 people there, yeah, and you've still got to make the same journey out of.
It's awful, mate.
And you've been funneled into one area. Going to cup finals is no different.
Yeah. So, what about like the platforms to get on the tube are narrow. So basically, what have you got? Excuse my French. What have you got? People behind are so pissed. Who how boys will be boys. They want to have like play fight and go and push forward. Someone can get hurt there.
Yeah, on the track.
There's more and more little kids going to football now, which is great.
It's like I was queuing up for the Arsenal game, and there was a big crowd, and I just said, hang on here to people behind me. Yeah, there's a couple of little kids here. Can you just like move back? And they did, and they did. And the parents thanked me for saying, you're the only person who said that. And I was thinking, I've said it because people don't get how bad it is for Wembley. It's not even like the fact that
Wembley's fucked.
But you think about it. You want to get just to get to Wembley Park, you've got to wait in a queue where there's about 50,000 of you, and they let the first 50 go. And can you imagine how long you're waiting to get home in an evening match?
I won't be able to go. I won't be able to go to the.
It's a joke. It's not even a funny one.
Champions League games. If we move to Wembley, Champions League games midweek, I won't be getting back this side of Essex in time. You won't. You have to do what you have to for your own safety. And
you'd have to leave 10 minutes early, like the rest of them.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Hey, look at DJB leaving.
And then I'd have to, and then Jez would rip into me for leaving early, and I'd be a no
No, I get it. I do get it. I do. That's a total different story. I mean, the amount of times
I've been to
Wembley and seen the shit and the hassle and the grief.
Be a disaster.
Even back in the 70s, it was no different.
No.
The old Wembley, going back and getting down Wembley Way and getting down that tube was horrendous.
Yeah,
it was horrendous. Let alone the fact that they were in the bad days when shit was kicking off. Nowadays, you don't get that because it's all pretty well managed. But I wouldn't want to do it.
Even driving, fucking Wembley's hard work.
Shit, it's shit.
Yeah, it's fucking stop, start. It's fucking roadworks everywhere. And they've been doing roadworks
around the North Circular. It's a nightmare.
It's probably quicker to queue up and get the train.
This is why me and Kenny's going to campaign.
That idea's got to be stopped. The fact is, whether you fans like it or not,
share with Tottenham.
Tough luck, tough shit.
Tottenham's ground.
No,
we've done it before.
Go to Olympic Stadium. Go to London Stadium. We bloody pay. It's not even their stadium. They have bloody council tax, and their taxes pay for that. It's true though.
They rent it. They can rent it for us.
£1 million a year.
They get chucked out for subletting, though, Kenny. They get chucked out for subletting off the landlord.
Share with him.
You go to Chelsea. We played semi-finals at Chelsea.
Anywhere. Yeah, because the thing with the Olympic Stadium, London Stadium, is now at least they had thought it out properly in terms of like like the exits out the ground, and even so,
half time they've got that bang on their concourse that you actually go out. It's really good.
Yeah, at home games and away games at West Ham, they don't actually let you go for a shopping centre. They march you around and they take you the long way to home. So they thought it out. But Wembley,
it's just fucking everyone's just there.
It's pathetic.
Like fucking penguins all marching down the way.
Absolute missions. There'd be so many empty seats.
I think the club all they care about is like the prestige of being at Wembley. And some of the fans will say, "Oh, it's lovely to be at Wembley." Well, they're not going to go every week. They're going to go. They're going to go occasionally. They ain't going to want to go if we play Barcelona or like Man United. They're going to want to go to when we play like Portsmouth or Brentford. They ain't going to want to know about that. So it'll be like the how do you say it? What I call the superstars. Like the superstars. Content creators. Oh, look at me in my seat, filming yourself. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know you. And you
North London forever.
And you probably did a little trick to get the ticket. Yeah, right.
Exactly what we
Up
did.
yours. What about us fans?
Kenny's worst nightmare: running out at Wembley Stadium with Cesc Fabregas as manager, first game of the season.
I wouldn't put it past the club to sort
North
of like,
London forever, beaming around the speakers.
That's it. That'd be Kenny gone.
I wouldn't put it past Arsenal Football Club to do something that badly. And the worst thing about it, right, is that our football fans will be football fans. They'll forget all his treachery and his scandalous manoeuvres.
You started him off again, DJ.
Barcelona. I mean, it's scandalous, that kind of conduct, but footballers always get forgiven, don't they?
Let me grab these super chats real quick.
We'll sort it out, Kenny. We'll get that campaign started. Don't worry.
It's got to be done. You know what I mean? But at a serious level, I think fan safety has to be like the be on end of everything.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, big up to Dow as well. Oregon Goon.
Big up, Dow.
Hope you're well, man. Football for kids is very expensive in America. The so-called academies charge thousands to get your kids playing properly, and only cashed-up families can afford it. Ridiculous. US football is dead. Mate, you told me that before.
But, Lee, I've told you this in the back. I don't mind sharing it in front of everybody. When I coached football, I paid for every child that played for me out of my pocket. Every child for over 12 years, I paid for out of my pocket. You seen the kits, Lee, that the players were wearing?
Yep.
What kind of kits were they wearing, Lee? They were wearing Arsenal kits.
Proper.
I was paying out of my pocket.
Proper.
Brilliant.
These kids, it is an absolute, and I'm going to rant, an absolute disgrace at how football is ran here in this country. I hope this gets clipped. They clip up everything. They need to clip this up. In America, it is an absolute disgrace. It is for the richest of the rich. And you got kids that are in the ghettos and these hoods that do not have the opportunity to go and play football. And then you wonder why you see people when it's time for America to get on the world stage, we get our ass tore out the frame every single time. Just because they pay doesn't make that the person is better than what they are. Yeah, I used to see it when I coached. They used to have this thing called the academies. It was called something. It was called it was a little something different. I can't think of the name of it now. When I first started coaching, and I would take my kids that I would pay for and play that team, and we would whoop their ass every single time, because everybody's under the illusion that if I pay and some of these academies are $2,000 and $3,000, gentlemen, $2,000 and $3,000 per season, not per year, per season.
Wow.
And so, and now this new sham that's in. I talked to a parent recently. She said that now they've got this new thing. Check this, where they have an affiliate hotel, so you have to stay at the hotel if you're traveling. You've got to stay at the hotel that they deem fit. And who's getting the kickback off of that? The whole thing is a freaking racket. And I'm telling people wonder why I stopped coaching. I'm tired of politics. Back to the politics. This is when Zlatan, I think it was Zlatan.
Yeah, that's a fun.
There's a horror movie coming on. Zlatan or either it's okay, Jed. Zlatan or either Beckham. That child they was like, well, how much does it cost for that child to play? And it was thousands. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's so many kids. I can't tell you how many kids that I've seen. And I went back to my old high school. My old high school was in the hood. And to be able to see the joy in teaching these young men how to play football. And, and they would have never been able to afford it. The parents would have been never able to afford it. But to be able to see them enjoy the game. And now I've got, they're all grown now, and they're all texting me, telling me, watching. Hey, I seen you online raising hell with the guy Lee. I hear all this stuff from my players, but they would have never had that opportunity if I didn't do it out of my own pocket because it's just too expensive. The game is too expensive in America.
Mate, can I just ask you something? So really, long term, that's going to just stifle I bet there's hundreds of kids with all this talent that just can't afford to play football. So long term, there will be, in the long run, there will literally be no football in the USA.
And to add insult to injury, Arsenal, I'm going to call you out because I've seen the adverts. The Arsenal have a camp, and then they'll charge top dollar for some kids to come over.
See, people don't know this, do they?
Yeah, just try to get players to come over, and then try to cipher players into academies and all that stuff. But you got to pay to play. This is why they call it pay to play. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. I remember as a child when I came up, I think it cost maybe $25, $35 to go play.
What about schools, Matty? Are they doing soccer in local schools for the kids, or
so
is it,
in high school
on the curriculum?
So in the academic sector, like high schools, it's an even bigger sham because you've got teams that's unbalanced. You've got teams where kids are played in like academies, and then they go play in high school, and then they'll play a team that's from the hood, 10-0, 11-0, 12-0, 15-0. Who's learning the damn thing? That was one of my last battles that I was fighting before I stopped coaching, and I kept saying, why has nobody looked at the imbalance? And you got one set of skill here, and then they play another set of skill here, and then when it's time for them to go play international competition, then that's when you see us get our ass whipped, completely get it whipped. That's because these players here are not trained properly from top to bottom.
Sad,
from top to bottom.
And so this World Cup ain't going to make any difference.
Nope. It's broken. The system is broken. They would have to rip it up and start again.
That's mad. And then look at the size of the country. America should be one of the powerhouses of football.
Yeah.
We've got
the amount of players that you can pick
our
from.
grassroots football here is suffering as well, Lee. I mean, everything that's green they're building on. Schools have got no money to employ coaches to actually coach these kids, girls and boys. I mean, it's expensive now to send your kids to football now.
It's embarrassing.
It's crazy.
And like Jess, that resonates. Jess, what you said with me so well. It's supposed to be a working man sport. He's supposed to be able to afford this kind of stuff. It's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. It's absolute.
That is why, Matty. That is why. Look, I know probably 10, 15 people that still live around Highbury. People I've known pretty much all my life. Not all my life, but a very long time. And they've been priced out of going. They're the same age as me, 64. Some of them have retired. Some of them haven't. Still working, bless them. But they can't afford to go. They don't earn the money. A few of the guys I meet at Christmas every year, top fellas, lovely men, lovely Arsenal fans. And they just can't afford a ticket anymore. They can't afford a season ticket because they're on, some of them, unfortunately, are only earning their state pension, which basically is what, £220 a week maximum. And they can't afford it because they've got to heat their home, eat their food. And I know one fella, who lovely man, he has to make the choice. And he's Arsenal born and bred, right? He has to make a choice now whether he can actually eat or heat, as he says. And that's a terrible situation. And Arsenal Football Club do nothing for them.
No.
And that guy I'm talking about has been an Arsenal season ticket holder longer than me. He had his season ticket from 72. He gave it up I can't remember the year he gave it up, but it was not that long ago. It was after I gave mine up. That poor guy can't afford to go no more. And he's walking distance. He's walking distance from the ground. right? And I'm
Shocking,
like,
isn't it?
this is all gone to rat shit now. Proper Arsenal lifelong fan, and he can't afford to go to the bloody game. It's not right. It's not right. It's terrible.
No, facts. Let me grab these super chats real quick. Big up to DJ GNU. Come try the rat burgers at Old Trafford.
Oh,
Well, you got to dodge the piss. You got to dodge the rats. Yeah. I mean, poor old Saeed, man. He like fucking. They serve up fucking dodgy chicken that ain't cooked.
Oh, is that under the waterfall?
Yeah. I think they fixed the roof and it still leaks. I swear, I'm not even taking a piss. Big up DJ, bro. Bless up for the super chat, bro. I'm watching you now. I'm going to switch over on that other channel in a sec. Hopefully, Jack Grealish has got a little something for us tonight, bro. And hopefully, man, we can see Said in the car park calling out the Glazers again. Yeah, and Sir Jim, the broke billionaire. And bless up, brother. Big up to Tiger.
He's not Sir Jim. I call him Slim Jim.
Scruffy Jim. That's what Big Steve calls him. Scruffy Jim.
I call Slim Jim. Slim Jim who's got no nuts.
He never puts them on the
Tell you
table.
what, the fact he's the richest man in the UK, he dresses like a fucking tramp.
yeah, but I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's like Richard Branson. He's a scruffy freak as well, isn't he? But look how much money he's got.
If you're a businessman, right? Now, come on, let's put it right here. Yeah, if you're a proper businessman, right, and you're going to big highfalutin meetings, at least fucking turn up straight. Right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So what you're saying is I can't turn up in my dressing gown and muty then, Jez. Is that what you're saying?
You say that, Jez. You wouldn't have got through my front door. I swear it down. When I used to people and negotiate contracts with me, right? The first thing I used to look at, this is true. My dad's
shoes and their watch.
No, I used to look at their shoes.
Oh, what? If they're polished, not polished.
If they're not polished and they're not decent, you ain't getting through my front door.
I'm fucked then. I just go knock
on doors.
Absolutely, Jez. Absolutely. If you can't see your face in them, then you can't. You're not coming in.
True story. This is a true story, right?
Yeah.
I had a major contract to put in 100 boilers in a block of flats. 3 blocks of flats, right? And I had 4 salesmen from different boiler companies, right? Come and try and do me a deal. And I said, yeah, we're in the market for 100 boilers, flues, and etc. This one fella turned up from a major boiler manufacturer, one of the biggest in the UK, has been for like 80 years. I'm not going to tell you the name because that's not right. Huge name. You'd know who they are if I told you. This bloke walked in, right? Very around his face, looking good. And I looked at him and I went,
what's it? Go on.
You got shit shoes and you got a shit boot. And I went, right, sit down, introduce, chat. And I said, no, I don't like this. I don't like your deal. Not interested. And he was the cheapest offer.
Wow. Standards, right? Isn't it? Standards, mate.
I didn't like him, didn't like his attitude, didn't like the way he was dressed, didn't like his shoes. And I know that's a stupid thing to say, but shoes telleth man.
Watch this, Jez. Watch this, Jez. I'll put a double back. Not only do you see that kind of people dressing like that, look at these coaches. Look how these coaches dress on the sideline. When we grew up, what we saw? We saw what? Suits and ties, right?
Yep.
Suits and ties. Now look at them. They just roll out of bed.
I'll tell you something here, Matty, right now.
They're the classic trainers.
I don't think Arteta's worn that jumper for about 2 years.
I've got a real thing about shoes. I like to buy good quality shoes, right? It's one of my things. Yesterday, I was watching that game, right? When Arteta was jumping up and down like a fucking.
I was looking at his shoes yesterday.
I looked at his shoes. I thought, yeah, that's a shit pair of shoes you got.
I didn't say it on the show.
I knew you were thinking it
in my head. I'm going to say, look at them busted floor shoes. I said, those shoes. I was thinking about
because you've called his trainers out and his shoes out before.
Yeah.
You know, you used to have a cool pair of shoes when I was a kid. The players, Hal Wilkinson and Ron Atkinson used to have cool pairs of slip-ons when I used to watch them as managers. But
Yeah.
a lot of the managers, they're like tracksuits, like Brian Clough, that green tracksuit. Remember
Yeah,
those?
with the collar up.
And do you remember the Arsenal, Don Howe and Terry Neal, when they used to have the Adidas Gazelles?
Yeah.
I used to. You remember,
I love it. I've got loads of Adidas Gazelle. I love
Yeah,
trainers.
but it was like,
I mean, give him his due. The guy is immaculate, isn't he? The Burnley manager, he's immaculate, the guy.
If I had knocked on Jez's door for double glazing, he would have told me to fuck off, because I used to bowl out in shorts and t-shirt in the summer with trainers on. In the winter,
but Lee,
I'd have waterproofs on, and a pair of boots.
But Lee, if you were Stark Bollock with a nice shiny pair of shoes on, he might have invited you in.
That's what I'm saying. Well, let me piss off his backers. I'm sorry, Jez.
Yeah, man.
It's all about presentation. If you're trying to present yourself right, then you dress accordingly, right?
I was dressing for the bloody weather, Jez. Fuck walking around in a suit in fucking sunshine.
No. If you're knocking at my front door to sell me double glazing or a new front door or patio doors or whatever, I want you dressed appropriately. I know shit.
No, mate, you're right.
Yeah, but I feel. Do you know what made? Do you know why I never wanted to wear a suit?
The front door, mate. You would have got from the front door.
100%. I already know. Do you know what? Do you know why I didn't want to wear a suit or a shirt and tie and all that shit? Because they used to try and make me do it all the time, and I'd be like, "Fuck off!" I'm wearing trainers, jeans and trainers.
No,
yeah, and a hoodie. Yeah, and I'd have me a little fucking folder under my arm.
Man even tried to wear his dressing gown one day.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, do you know why I did that? Coleman's been subbed already. Do you know why I used to do that?
Oh, you're watching your shit at the same time as me.
Because I felt like if I knocked on the door in a suit, it looks a little bit overpowering to most people. But if I knock on jeans and a t-shirt and I go, bang, can I just give you a leaflet? Straight away their eyes are down looking at the leaflet. Yes, now you've got a split second to get them. Now go, oh, we're just fitting some windows over there. Just want to do the rounds. Just like off the cuff. Whereas if I go with a suit on, it's way too professional. They now think you're going to get sold to. So I used to do jeans and trainers or shorts and trainers.
No, I'm with Jay. Presentation.
I get that. But it don't work with me because, like, in the business I was working in, right, I'm selling boilers to people, right? I've got to sit in front of a contractor, right, who wants me to put 100 boilers in a load of flats they're developing. Right, I'm not going to turn up in my fucking shorts and shirt, fucking pair of trainers and a t-shirt or an Arsenal shirt. He's going to look at me and think, you're right, cunt. Fuck off.
See, I love it. See, Scruffy Jim, yeah, he's got so much money, he could go and get the best of the best. He don't give a fuck. He's like, I'm the one with the money, mate.
I'm with Jay. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, Jay.
Yeah, you two are the same. Definitely, 100%.
My grandmother always told me presentation was key, son. She was like,
"Oh, don't get it twisted. I'm not a scruffy cunt."
No, I know.
I'm not saying that, Lee. Look, I'm trying to make a comparison. Right?
No, I'm not taking the piss.
Those fellas that turned up 2 months ago and come and do my soffits and fascias, right? Right. The salesman, what was he? Salesman. The young lad that knocked on my door, very smartly dressed, very nice young man.
Did he have nice shoes, Jez?
He did have nice shoes, actually. I had a look. He had some very nice loafers, and I was like, yeah, they're fully leather soled. I could tell. Right? I thought, fair play to you, sunshine. And I went, yeah, okay, mate, send your man round. And this fella came round, South African guy, really nice guy, brilliant salesman, loved his patter. And I thought, yeah, fair play, you sold me already. And he went through all his bullshit on his computer and all that. And I said, yeah, I like your product, mate. I love it. It's really good. He showed me the samples of the plastic and all that. I said, you're really good at this. And I said, and he went, hang on, Kenny. And he went, yeah. I said, well, fair play to you, mate. You've done the deal. Right. The only thing we've got to talk about now is money. And he went, well, it comes down to this. If we do this, we do this, we do this, we do this. I said, nah, not having that.
Oh,
don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Right. Fair enough. Blah, 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 blah. And he got a deal. I got a deal. Right. Oh, for fuck off. Who's that?
That's him bringing him back.
Yeah, that's customer services asking how you're getting on with your facial and soffits.
That's just cost me $3,000. Anyway, no, fair play. What point I'm trying to make, the guy was brilliant at his job, and he sold me.
Well, he had to be fucking good at his job just to impress you, mate. 'Cause you would have told him to fuck off.
Oh my God! It's just kicked off at Old Trafford. Gay's been
Right,
sent
look at
off.
this. Right, he's punching up his teammate.
First deal.
Yeah, he's keen in it because he gave the ball away, and
Look,
Keane's
look, he's pushing. Look, him and Dyer are having a fucking drive.
no, it's Keane, isn't it? It's Keane.
He's fucking lost his head, mate.
No, Keane's pushed him.
He's ready to do a mazza. Yeah, why are you gay? Has been sent off.
Oh,
He headbutted Keane, didn't he? He headbutted his own team. He headbutted Michael Keane.
I missed that. I just see him trying to punch up.
But Michael Keane said he's lost his head, and they're trying to hold him back, isn't it? It's
I'm about to see it now. Oh, here we go. I'm about to see that now.
He's been sent off.
He's sent off for a collision with his own teammate
Oh shit! I'm seeing it now.
Mark Keane.
Fuck.
Mark Keane's had a go at him, and he's gone mad, isn't it?
He's completely.
Yeah, Seamus Coleman was taken off for an injury.
Keane's telling him, "Fuck off, get off the pitch, mate." He's got sent off for beating up his own, trying to headbutt his own.
He's their best player. He's their best player, Gay.
Well, look at Moisey. David Moisey is like, what the?
Yeah, but look at the way that Ndiaye grabs hold of him. I swear he went to jab him in the ribs.
I can't get it up.
Well, you need some of them tablets, mate.
He's beating up his own player.
I can't get it up. I went
Keane.
straight over your head. I said, "You need some of them blue tablets, mate."
Hey, just sorry to interrupt you, gentlemen. I've got a bounce. That was my
No, I
sister.
love you, Jess.
I've got a bounce. Yeah.
Bless up, mate.
Yes,
Shout out your channel,
take care,
Jess.
buddy.
I think all right, Jess.
Well, I think you saw the message I've sent you about what happened. But anyway,
Bless up to you, mate. No, you get off,
Yeah,
Jess.
bless up,
Appreciate
Jess.
you, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
I think she's updating me on arrangements and shit. Anyway, gentlemen, it's been
I
a
love you, mate.
All right,
been
brother.
an easy channel.
Good to see you, Jess.
Thoroughly enjoyed it tonight. Yes, I am the exorcist. I am. People are asking. Yes, I am.
Take care, Jez.
I can exercise anybody. But there you go.
Bad shoes.
Lee,
Yes.
it's been an
Love
absolute
Jezza. Take care, man.
DJ and Kenny,
Big up,
Lee,
Jez.
if you're about tomorrow night, it will be the sorry, it will be the old school show tomorrow night. And all that.
6 o'clock.
6
on.
o'clock, as always.
Lots to
One
talk
sec.
about.
One
Lots
sec.
to
One
talk
sec.
about.
One
Lots
sec.
to talk about. There will be lots to talk about. And Matty, if
Yeah,
you're-
I could jump
Yeah,
on
I'm
that.
about
I could
to
jump on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll be around.
And
I'm
Champions
doing
League.
I'm doing the Champions League afterwards. I'm doing the Chelsea game at 9 or 8 p.m. UK. So
yeah, it won't be a long.
I could do that.
And I've got Matty. I've got a cousin of yours from the United States joining us from San Francisco.
Well, I know. I think I know who that is.
BKK.
And yeah, Lawrence, he's been asking to jump on for a while. Top fella,
Oh, bless
and
him.
really nice guy. And yeah, a lot to talk about tomorrow night. We're going to talk about the game. Going to talk about the game tomorrow night. Wednesday night, and of course the upcoming Chelsea. Sadly, last week I had a cut show, but yeah, looking forward to it, gentlemen. But
Big up, Jez. I'm
DJ,
going on.
Matty, Kenny, thank you guys. I'll send the links tomorrow if you can make it. And
Yeah, I'll be there, mate.
Jez, I'm going to polish my shoes right now. I'll be
yeah,
there.
you better add. If you haven't, you're not coming on, mate. You ain't coming on. You better go and polish your
Why are Everton still attacking with 10 men? I thought that was
Yeah, you
illegal.
saw that lead. Yeah, go for it. I'm fluid.
Go on, Jez. I love you, man.
Take
Appreciate
care.
See
it.
you
bro.
later, Jez.
Yeah,
Take care,
brother.
Jez.
See you
Take
later.
care,
man.
cheers, mate.
Right, let me grab these super chats and we're right. Big up Tiger Claws. Chelsea fans are actually comparing Zestaval to Yamal. Yeah, but as soon as they lose the game, they're in transition. Yeah, then it takes time. So yeah, they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves at the minute, Chelsea fans. But that's what they do, bro. Hopefully, Barca slap them tomorrow.
Foul throw. Another foul throw.
I'm about to see it now. Don't know about you guys, but Marino is growing on me. Bro, he's a squad player at best. Big up Luke every time. Yep, his feet were well over the line. Just seen it. Why they're still attacking?
Because Gay is basically not Gay. In Diet is basically got loads of pace. I mean, Michael Keane, you Oh,
You know
God,
that's going to kick off in the dressing room at half time,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
you?
that's going on right now.
That's going to be a
he's
full-on
like Michael
terror.
Keane. Look what he's done. Look at nothing's happened. Is that it? Why's he sent him off for? Michael Keane's pushed him. What's he done?
He went to push his head on him, though.
Let's have a look. All right,
Maybe he said something as well. I don't know. We didn't hear it.
Oh, he slapped his face. He slapped him. But even so, that's nothing.
I wouldn't even give him a red because that's 2 teammates. I was like, yeah,
That's
just
2
calm down,
teammates.
fellas.
Yeah.
It's cool.
He's going to go mad, Moisey. Absolute mad.
Yeah, but even so, the referee should be shot for. Sorry, that's the wrong thing.
No. Oh yeah, I just see it. He slapped him. Yeah, he slapped him.
He's over exaggerated. He should defuse it.
United's going to go on to win this now.
All right, I understand the law.
No, he slapped him, Kenny. You can't do that, mate.
Yeah, but even so,
even if it's his teammate, you can't do that, man.
I probably. I know the way I
soft.
would have dealt with it, Lee. I would have given him a yellow card. Come here, y'all two need to cool it. Whatever y'all got going on, cool it.
Go and speak to the manager. Say to the manager,
exactly.
These kids sort the fucking selves out.
You know what's happening? He's going to get a 3-match ban for that, and I just think that the referee's over exaggerated that.
If they can overturn it, though, he can appeal it. I don't think they will.
Well,
no, can you imagine what Boise's thinking right now?
Boise teaching a lesson. I don't think you'll want to over appeal.
No, but if it's open hand, if it's open hand, he has to send him off. But he could use his discretion.
Yeah, it's violent conduct. That's exactly what it is.
And they won't play next game.
Got overhead slapped.
Big up for saying, no, it's violent conduct, though, bro.
It is violent conduct, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's his teammate or not. Yeah, it's violent conduct on a football pitch. You shouldn't be doing that.
Crazy.
Mate, imagine losing your head that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. You're away from home, too. You're away from home. You're in a hostile environment. And then you just...
all around the world, this is being beamed. Everyone's watching it.
Yeah. The thing is, though,
look at it. They're trying to figure out now what's going on. He's asking him what's going on.
King was a pork chop there. He just left the ball, and Fernandes had the shot a goal. And he's right.
I get having to go at your teammate.
Yeah,
but at the same time, fucking hell, mate. Like, what we're doing, and that's all going to kick off in that dressing room because Michael Keane told him fuck off. Yeah, and he was being dragged away. And I swear he went to jab fucking Ndiaye in the ribs. Yeah, I swear I see him try. Maybe he was just trying to fucking push him away. And it looked like a jab.
It's going to kick off. Michael Keane and him are going to have another smack up.
All right, mate. If Michael Keane comes back out with a black eye in the second half, mate, when I was kicked off.
They'll both have wages docked as well.
Hey, fellas, they better be damn glad Duncan Ferguson went back there. He would have sorted that out real quick.
If they're both pushing at each other, Michael Keane should have got a yellow card then. Why should only one player?
Yeah, Michael Keane pushed him away, so it's almost like get away. I don't want confrontation.
Yeah, or you know what I mean?
It's like no, just move out my comfort.
That's not like him though. He's not that sort of player. I'm surprised.
Neither of them are. They're just chill, both of them normally. That must have been something that's been bubbling away. Mate,
I reckon that's something that's not gone on the training ground.
Yeah.
Because they're not like that. Them players, they're pretty chilled.
Yeah.
So I reckon that's something that's been going on in the background and the training ground they've not got quite control of, and it's all flared up on the match.
On one thing that fucking they didn't do right. Mad.
Yeah.
Crazy. Big up Daryl as well, man. Bless up. Coaching in the States is shit too. Yeah, for every Matty, there are 200 coaches who know nothing. Just teach him running instead of real technique.
Yep. Damn running.
Yep. Somebody asked me, bless up to you, Daryl. Love you, bruv. Somebody asked me earlier in the chat. I forgot to read it. Yeah, it was, I pinned it. Big up to Rashid for the raid as well, man. Bless up Rashid and all the raiders. We're going to raid the other channel in a minute. Manu 0-0. And Wait, Are You Gay has been sent off for slapping his own teammate round the face.
Lee, I want to share this right quick before we scoot out of here. If you can,
yeah, I'll bring that up 2 seconds here. Somebody asked me about whether they have coaching like camps out here. They do. Like the football clubs have them, like Madrid's and all of that, and Barca. They have coaching camps. They're quite expensive, I think. Yeah, but to play football out here is dirt cheap, dirt fucking cheap. The Spanish don't pay, mate. They won't pay for nothing. Yeah, they won't pay for tickets. If you put the ticket price through the roof, they ain't going. The whole stadium will be empty. Yeah, so they vote with their feet out here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to speak for Jolien, yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the kids didn't pay, or it was minimal fee, like a nominal fee. Yeah, when he was coaching them, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. Yeah, next time I speak to him, I'll ask him. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's fucking dirt cheap. And they were going all around the country. It weren't just a regional league; it's a national league. He was going up to Barcelona and places like that in Cadiz. They were like putting on the travel and all of that. Yeah, and they offered to fast track him to do his coaching badges and all of that stuff. So, and they were paying him monthly. So obviously they're getting money from somewhere. So maybe the kids did pay, but it wouldn't have been much. I'll be shocked if it's anywhere near the cost of America. But there's so many kids out here that play football. Yeah, you just see them in the little 5-a-side cages. Yeah, and it's cheap to go in them as well. You know, you see them playing tennis or paddle. Paddle, yeah, they play paddle. Yeah, they fucking mate. They're everywhere out here. Same as tennis courts, everywhere.
Yeah, they're growing around here now.
There's a tennis court right opposite my house. Yeah, big tennis club opposite my house. There's tennis courts in nearly every urbanisation. You just go in there if you live there. Just go in there and play tennis. Clay court, grass court.
That's why it's the best player, the best two players in the world are Spanish and Italian.
There we go, but they don't pay. Yeah, the Spanish will not pay, mate. You ain't robbing them. Go on, mate.
Jurgen Klopp says Major League Soccer's quality is constantly increasing, but youth soccer is too expensive. All right. There's a part in here I want to read what Clint Dempsey says. Where is it here? Former United States men's national team midfielder Clint Dempsey told The Athletic this year his family went into debt to help him make it, saying it must be made easier for people who are less fortunate to have the chance to go chase their dreams. It's too expensive. It's like I said, the game of football in America is too expensive. And I'll go a step further. Youth sports in general in America now is outrageous. You know, you could pay a flat fee, $50, $40, $35. You get the full kit and everything. Now, you want top dollars for the cleats. They want top dollars for the socks. They want top dollars for everything. In the quality, this is why when we watch the game, and we're watching like just a few minutes ago, and you're seeing players do throw-ins and feet across the line, they're throwing the ball this way. They're just getting the ball, just throwing it, you know. The basics. This is where the basics start at. Just like the brother said, for every one of me, there's 200 other coaches that teach just go run after the ball. Go run after the ball. They don't teach the fundamentals. I actually ran into my old youth coach day before yesterday, James Dunner. I'll call his name. He won't mind. I ran into him 2 days ago at a restaurant. And that's the one that coined the phrase I always say, Lee, the game of football is 99% mental, 1% physical.
Yep.
And when I was a kid, I used to run with my head down like Martinelli, Kenny, like a damn fool. And he would have a yardstick with a glove on it. And every time I would do it, because he could run, he would run and he put the stick down and pop me in the face every time. every time. So I would keep start keeping my head up, you know.
My coach used to make us, sorry, mate, but my coach used to make us play football, 2-touch football with beanbags on our head. So if we put our head down, the beanbag would fall off and you'd have to stand there and it'd be a free kick.
Yeah.
Just little things. Seriously.
Yeah. Fundamentals. Yeah.
That's how we learned to keep our head up. We used to run around with the beanbag on our head playing football. As soon as you put your head down, the beanbag would fall off, free kick to the other team. That was it.
Yeah.
Kenny's like goalkeeper. Kenny, you're a goalkeeper.
Cost
How many
nothing.
times you see goalkeepers hang off their line like you do now?
Yeah, because they're all footballers now. They've all got to be footballers. But the thing about it is that I've played every position. When I was young, I was never a goalkeeper. It's only when I got older, and I was.
His legs had gone.
That's what I was discussing with the sort of standard goalkeeper. And I thought, I know I could do a better job than that.
I fucking shook your hand, Kenny. You got fucking your hands are like shovels.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But when I was younger, I played in midfield because I knew I was fit. I could run all day. But nowadays, I think what it is nowadays of footballers now, it's all about touch, technique, and everything. And it's about. I think the reason why I do feel sorry for younger players is that a lot of them ain't going to make it because simple reason is that they get kicked out of academies because they haven't got a reading in the game. But how are you going to have a reading in the game when you're an infant, or even when you're a teenager before the age of 16? You're not going to be able to read the game because when you're 16 and 17, you've got to read the game. But they're deciding at the age of 8 and 9 they can't read the game, so they get rid of them.
But the thing is as well, though, Kenny, the grassroots scouts have gone when they used to go over the local parks and grab kids off the council estates playing football. Now that's gone. It's all about If mummy and daddy's in the right place, they've got the right money, they can afford to send them to academies and all of that,
Yep.
they get the first choice. Meanwhile, there's brilliant players over the local parks playing off the street and over the local parks. Because the scouts now are not being sent over there by football clubs, they're getting overlooked.
And do you know what? They overpay for fucking because they're so scared that another club's going to nick a player.
But Lee, the problem is nowadays, like tennis in this country and everything else, and golf and everything, football is becoming an elitist sport.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, exactly, Kenny. It is becoming an elitist sport.
No, it's true. Golf. I enjoy playing golf. I'm going to start playing again.
Fortunes, though. Join a golf club.
Oh yeah, fuck mate. Some of the golf courses out here are fucking rip-off.
A goal.
Lee, get yourself over to OT now.
Yeah, I'm about to see it.
Yeah, we're going to watch it. We're going to watch it.
Here we go. Touch. See you later. Whoops. See you later.
10 man.
Oh man, pick that fucker out the net. What's a goal?
Oh, come on.
Why are they still attacking with 10 men?
What a goal by this young man.
How many players and they couldn't make a tackle?
Dewsbury Hall's coming to form, mate. Dewsbury Hall's hitting form.
What a fucking goal.
And his right foot as well. It's not on his left foot.
But this is what I'm saying. This is why us on this channel keep our feet on the floor with Arsenal, because we've got to go to Everton.
They've just had their player sent off for slapping his fucking teammate.
Yeah. 10 men, why are you attacking?
What's his teammate? Red card.
They've been the better side, though. They have been the better side.
And why is that, Kenny? Because they're having a go. Because nobody's scared of United anymore. Even with 10 men, they're going, no, fuck this.
Yeah, El Capitano, is it all right if I go and watch the football?
Yeah, we're going, mate. We're going. Big up Daryl, man. Big up Daryl. Come on, big up the Toffees. Shout your channel out, DJ. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it
no worries, man. It's do you know what? It's been an absolute blast tonight. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been lots of banter. It's been lots of laughs, and it's been an absolute quality sharing it with Jez and Kenny and Matty and yourself. It's an absolute honour to be on the show with you all. So big up to everyone, and big up to everyone in the chat. Absolute legends. The Arsenal Huddle. Come over and have a little look and subscribe. See what you think. All welcome. Big up to everyone. And I've got the OGs tonight with Aaron Talks Arsenal. So big up to everyone.
Who's in the chat. Big up, Aaron.
Big up, Aaron. It's good to see you. And Aaron, one thing I rate Aaron for is that in all weathers, right, is a pair of shorts.
This guy's fucking relentless.
He loves these shorts, mate. They were flapping around last night, I'm telling you.
I know, and it was freezing, but he don't care.
No. Big up to everyone in the chat. Absolute legend.
As well, great chat. I said, don't be spoiling it. Get on the other channel. I'll be there in a minute. And,
big up to everyone. Thanks a lot.
Big up to Matty as well, man. Matty, shout your channel out, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Sun Laguna here on YouTube. Thoroughly enjoyed today's discussion, man. It was fun. Really enjoyed it today, And get ready for Wednesday, fellas. Let's get ready for Wednesday.
It's absolutely good. Massive
match on Wednesday, man. I'm really looking forward to the match on Wednesday.
So. Yeah, it's going to be big.
Yeah. So
that's what the Emirates is built for occasions like that, to be honest. But anyway,
okay, that's what they say they knocked down Hybrid for to compete with the lights. That's what they told us. Compete with the lights.
It's that we just have to raise our game, forget about Spurs as much, and then it's next Saturday. One thing we got to be patient because we're not going to get much of the ball.
Yeah, but we should play how we did the other day against Spurs, and that'll be a good game.
See, Byron's going to come forward. Byron's going to come forward. See, that's the thing is that this is where Arteta's going to have to trust these players like he did yesterday because Byron's going to come forward. There's going to be opportunity.
You can get at them.
Yeah, it's going to be mini tests.
But Bayern Munich will concede. But the thing with their attitude is what football fans love is that you score 2, we score 3.
That's what they do. They conceded 2. They were 2-0 down at home and then 1-6. It was 2-2 at half time. They smashed 4 in the second half.
They ain't got a problem, and that's the thing. They won't panic as such. But one of the things is that we know that even if they do score, because they'll leave gaps, we just have to be ruthless when we get our chances, like we were on yesterday.
Now, big up to you, mate. Big up, DJ Kenny. What you got coming up, mate?
Well, I'm going to be on with Positive Dan soon, and then tomorrow I've got Chairs, and then DJB. I've got 2 shows with DJB. One with DG on Thursday, and I've got DJB's show on 6:15.
Oh, has he missed that?
Yeah, I've got to
So
set
there we
that
go.
up.
And
You
Jezza tomorrow.
Dogu.
Yeah, and Jezza tomorrow, yeah, 6 p.m.
There's tomorrow. That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
tomorrow, yeah.
Right, I'm going to redirect to the other channel. 33 minutes gone. It's still 1-0 to Everton with 10 men, by the way. Anyone who's just tuned in, Gay got sent off for slapping his own teammate around the face.
Open hand slap. No, they
Oh,
not just
yeah,
slap. Open
bitch
hand.
slaps him.
It'll be sold in January.
And Shrewsbury Hall scored an absolute cracking finish, man. Top bins it. Well, not quite top bins, but it was a good goal. But and then
right
after
foot.
that, I'm
He was
on
right
with his weak foot, yes. Then after that, I'm on with Zia Talks. Looking forward to the Bayern game. He's obviously Bayern Munich. So I'll be on with him after that. Matty, if you're around later, I have time, my friend. And my Saudi G's lost 1-0 in the Champions League at home to a team I can't pronounce. Well
Did
done.
you see Ronaldo's bicycle kick?
Nah.
I heard about it, but I have to look. We're looking at.
Yeah, we're gonna do that later, isn't it? We're gonna do
4 years old.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And then tomorrow, show with rants. hopefully Everton win, yeah, because that'll be we will be there. And then obviously I'm with Jezza at 6, then Barstow away at Chelsea tomorrow as well. So yeah, plenty of content, man. And this show has been quality. It's one of the best shows I think we've done. So
Yeah, it's been
yeah,
good.
man. We spoke about everything. So anyone who's just tuned in, yeah, go back and rewind it, or come and join me on the watch along for the last 60 minutes of that. And we'll see you tomorrow. We're out. Laters.
Big up to everyone.
Big
Stay
up to
safe.
everyone.
Much love.